Hello everybody, how's it going? Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Communiry Night. I hope you guys have had a great week. I've had a decent week. Let's say hello to Maxwell, who's currently here. And why is the Fuji being hidden right now? Because we just started. Come on. Let's see, why is the Fuji work with me here? Fuji? Okay. Sweet. Hello, Maxwell. How's it going? Happy birthday, by the way, everyone. It's Max's birthday. Wish him happy birthday right now. If you don't, I'll be very mad. I will be an angry imp. You don't like the angry imp. He sneaks into your stockings.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Okay.
Angry imps sneak into stockings.
Oh, you sneak into... I thought you were putting someone in their stocking.
I'm not wait, why am I putting people in stockings? No, I'm sneaking into it.
I thought you were putting something in the stocking.
So, lol, happy birthday again. Happy
Thank
birthday, Maxwell.
Thank you.
Hello, Trashboat. How's it going? Molly, Trashboat, please tell me you got that from regular show, because I will be so happy if you actually did. Just not that I haven't noticed before, but I really hope that's what it's from. And yes, let's go! I love regular show, it's such a good show. Motherfuckers. We have just started, and you're...
And you're already gender bent.
I know, right? That was quick. The
How
hell?
many people are like female side?
I guess so. Frickin' holy
I mean, you
shit.
don't even have to change your hairstyle because it already has like feminine hair.
Fuck you, dude. I have long hair. You know the worst part is? I have long hair in actual real life, and every time I go through the drive-thru, and I mean every time, this is not stopped for like the last few weeks apparently, I go through the drive-thru, and I freaking get called a girl every time. Every time! It's become a bit of a game now. What the fuck? I go through the McDonald's one, I go to the Sonic one, freaking hell, I go and pick up my stuff from like Chick-fil-A, and you know what I get? Thank you for coming in, ma'am. And then it's become a bit of a game for me now. Like I actually just wait to see if they'll actually get it right, and at the very end I'll correct them, and I'm keeping score now. And so far Chick-fil-A has had 0, Sonic has had 0, McDonald's has had 1.
So McDonald's is one.
McDonald's is 1 up, yes. Oof. Please come down.
I mean, hey, it's better to be called a girl than called a child.
They think I'm a young girl. 'Cause I'm small, too.
So
I'm not winning.
Wait. Does that officially make you a lolly?
I swear to God, if you start making that shit up, I will actually kill your ass. I swear.
I'm not the one making the art, dude.
I'm not making the freaking... Oh my God, you do realize what Twitter will do if they start thinking I'm a guy that's literally pretending to be a lol. They will literally have my ass. In that regard.
I mean, don't you want that?
No!
You've been wanting to be canceled for a while.
There's a difference. I want to be cancelled on something I say, not because what people think of me. You know, I want my cancellation to be justified, not non-justified.
Ma'am, what your point?
No. Let me slide at it again. I'm not at it again. I was never at to begin with. You think some 16-year-old girl will drive her first car? Well, basically, that's what sometimes I think. So, yeah, it's fun. Mama, here, where's your pants? I'm wearing it? I don't know what you're talking about, X. Oh, is that again? I'm always at it. I'm never not at it. I am the best at it, which I don't know what I'm doing, so yes. Hello, X.
Welcome back, X.
Welcome back.
X might not talk, folks, because he got a sore throat right now.
I'll try, but...
We have the best solution. We must get rid of his throat.
Okay, Lolly.
Maxwell, please cut his... Please get rid of his, breathing privileges. He can't breathe no more. No. You don't get a Master Bro Crystona. It's not yours. Have hydrated. You need it.
Ma'am, please calm down.
I will hydrate. Give me a second. No. Ow.
Ma'am, please calm down.
You know, I added a new thing that no one's redeemed yet. I'm actually kind of impressed no one's redeemed it yet.
I've been looking. Oh yeah, because it's so expensive. That's why. I know what it
because
is.
fuck you guys. You guys need to spend some points finally.
So that's why we gotta strip you.
So wait, hold on.
What?
Keep that form on for a moment. Keep that form on for a moment. I want to see if it works.
Definitely it does because he's gagging.
I hate this. Yeah, okay, females.
When the dom becomes the sub again.
Why? Why would you
I
do
just wanted to
this?
see if it worked with that the swap.
Yeah, it
Aren't you
works.
supposed
I
to
make
be
sure
a
it works.
dominant like that?
No.
Maybe the collar was for her all along.
Like, someone outplayed you.
Yeah, you got outplayed, right?
You did. Because the collar's on you now.
That's fair. That works. That works too. I know, right? It works, right? Freaking, but by the way, that thing was very. That was
your tits are small.
Why are you telling me this? Like, freaking. Well, the problem is it doesn't. I'm not a girl, so why would I care?
I meant in your gender form.
Oh, mine are actually bigger than Diana's. 100%. Quote me on that.
Diana just appears saying you talking shit.
Oh, freaking Diana appears. I think it'd be hilarious. I don't think she'll be there though.
I mean, I don't know where she's at right now. So yeah,
She is making muffins.
She's not sharing.
Yes, no, she doesn't share the muffins.
I blame you. I blame you, Sai.
What did I do? Also, fucking shit. I was supposed to add that new emote, but then I took a nap. Son of a bitch.
Of
oh, you took a nap too. Okay.
Blah.
Of course.
The imps
Sai
took a nap.
Freaking imps take naps and we don't get shit done.
Stop taking naps then. Be
Good nap.
productive.
No. I need
Yes.
naps.
No, you
Naps are
don't.
needed.
No, you're not.
Because naps are needed.
So, since when?
Since I said so, and sometimes I need a nap. Don't you need a nap sometimes?
No.
You, sir.
I mean, I didn't fucking sleep all that good last night, so that's why I kind of let a nap.
That's fair.
It's called suffer.
Suffer. You suffer.
I am suffering.
Suffering succotash.
Suffering succotash.
Suffering succotash. You're despicable.
Okay, best
Those
buddy.
are two completely different characters.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they are.
I know. How is you guys
They
these
just want-
days?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. I got something. We went out for lunch, and then we bought some stuff for my birthday.
Nice. What?
Yeah.
Besides the constant coughing, pretty good.
Oh, dang.
I got two Nekari figures.
The what?
Nekari, you know, the very posable figure.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Inroids.
Android or whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ninoroids.
Yeah.
Inroids, yeah.
I got a Spawn one, some dude called King Spider, and another one.
Spawn, King Spider.
Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed one.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Assassin. I'm assuming.
I'm gonna guess Ezio Auditore.
Differenza?
I think so. He's wearing black robes.
Black robes.
I think it said Unity or something.
Oh,
No,
that might be
I
Arno.
forgot his name. Yeah, Arno.
Might be
The
Arno.
French. Got the French.
Speaking of
Interesting.
Assassin's Creed, I guess the newest one's doing okay.
Did I talk about Mirage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Of course, Mirage might go in the water because of what Ubisoft's doing.
Let's be honest. Like, if I talk about AAA gaming companies, I'm just going to talk about how I think there's a giant crash coming. That eventually they're going to overprice everybody just because they don't want to they don't want to take a hit on anything. But they keep putting so much money into new games that when they lose one game and it's a massive hit. I mean, just look at Warner Brothers taking a $200 million hit from Suicide Squad.
I think you're describing the stock market.
I'm not describing the stock market. I'm describing what these fucking game companies have done. They spent $200 million on Suicide Squad, and you know how it fucking turned out? It was a fucking miss. It was such a damn miss. They lost $200 million on that project.
And now the next Arkham game is going to only be VR only.
And the reason that it was only VR is because that was supposed to be like a side game for Suicide Squad. That Suicide Squad was supposed to carry everything. You know what turned out? Suicide Squad, that was shit. No one plays it. To the point where it's like only triple digits.
So wait, hold on.
Triple digits. Only around 100 people play it a day.
So
that is fucking awful for a live service.
So okay, that VR game was supposed to tie in with Suicide Squad. So it was like show you what happened.
Well,
like,
no. It's not like that. It's probably its own original game, but the problem is the reason it's a VR game and not an actual game is because they just wanted to basically the main game was supposed to be Suicide Squad. That was the main game. So on the side, they develop a VR title. One, to make another VR title, and two, to generally just get another title out there as well. So that's why it's in VR only. It was supposed to be a side game compared to the main game, which was Suicide Squad. But when Suicide Squad is so shit that I'm pretty sure the VR game will do better just based on fucking maybe its quality, if it's good enough.
Maybe. Who's making it?
Don't really know. I had to look into it, but fucking I haven't really looked forward to anything, you know, made by Rocksteady or anything really connected with WB because of fucking Suicide Squad and how poorly that was.
Well, Multiverse is getting Joker.
Multiverse is getting Joker. Oh my gosh, fucking Multiverse is getting Joker. That's cool, but you know, my whole thing is like, I don't really care about multiverses anymore. I don't think, you know.
I mean, I don't think anyone cared about multiverses anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really cared about it because I tried playing it and gosh, it was shit.
From what I heard, it wasn't bad, but the problem is they take so long to release DLC characters. It's the same problem I have with Mortal Kombat right now.
No,
you used to get like DLC packs full of characters, like back in like 11, you still got like multiple characters within like a season. Now it's like you get one character a season now. Like, what is it? We just got the trailer for Homelander.
Not just that. What was I say? Like when you want to play a certain character, you have to either buy them, or you have to wait till like it's like they're like playable.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Which immediately made me drop off. Like they're like various other like fighting games that are much better. You can play you can play most characters immediately as soon as you can when you want to.
Yeah. I think.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So no, go ahead, Maxwell.
And the people who are developing Arkham Shadow is Camouflage Team. Renowned for Marvel's Iron Man VR.
Whoa, okay. I mean, at least in my opinion, it's gonna be good. At least
it might be good.
So I played the Iron Man VR game, and gosh, that was amazing.
Interesting. Well, I have hope for it, but my only problem with most, VR games is they're not padded out for content. They're just kind of short little things. They're kind of just short little things just to get you there. Like, the only recently VR game I really liked that was, like, fully developed was the Assassin's Creed one, just because, well, it felt like an actual game. Not, like, a really long game, but it felt like an actual game, you know?
I wonder how long before Ubisoft takes that away from you.
Probably not, considering it's not on anything Ubisoft related.
But they made it, right?
Yeah, they won't take it away from you.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Max, don't jinx us. Don't jinx us.
They started saying, yeah, gamers should get used to not owning games, and well, then piracy is not stealing.
I'm gonna be honest. It's
Don't
gonna
jinx us.
get. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna get to a point where most people would rather start pirating video games than they would actually start buying them. We're starting to see it now, actually.
Services, anything like that.
Well, no. Let's put it this way. Freaking, from what I heard, PlayStation actually wants to increase the amount you pay for a game again. Instead of $70, they want to make it all the way up to $100.
Holy fuck.
Fucking,
Holy
they
fucking
plan on raising their console price again. They're planning on ending the PlayStation 5 generation early for PlayStation 6 already because fuck you, this generation didn't go well.
It hasn't even been a decade for 5, has it?
It hasn't. It hasn't even been that. Xbox, they're fucking losing money on Game Pass because they put all their stuff on their day one exclusives on there, and next thing you know, it hurts them financially because the games are. Why would you buy it for $60 when you can get it for $1 on Game Pass, basically? And with all that said and done, Microsoft's losing money. They don't want to put Call of Duty on there just because if you put Call of Duty on there, next thing you know, oh my gosh, you're losing so much high sales based on, it being on Game
Holy
Pass.
shit.
And then they're planning on fucking probably raising the price of Game Pass, so that's gonna fuck everybody over too. So yeah, Xbox is planning to do shit. Nintendo is just being Nintendo. They're making the Switch 2, but at the same time, they're going after mods and anything that just is like out of their control.
They've
in a
been
sense.
doing that before even all this shit.
The point about it is not helping their situation.
It has not been up. Hey, kid.
So
Yeah,
fucking.
I do a Mario. What? Oh, that's cool, kid. Cease and desist.
So yeah, fucking. Sony is being a dick. Microsoft is being a dick, especially Microsoft,
No,
considering
there's been a dick.
they've been
That's
closing
not for-
studios left and right
mention, like-
recently.
like most of the good Nintendo games from the past,
Mm-hmm.
you're never gonna be able to play those games ever again.
Oh no,
Even
you
though,
are. You're gonna be able to play them.
But you gotta pay a little premium for that shit.
No,
No,
not.
No, that's not what I mean. Like
That
games
is-
from they can they can actively, if they wanted to.
Oh wait,
But
let me
like
say.
the old Pokemon games.
Hey X, let me say something real quick. Everyone,
ahead.
I'm in general chat because it's community. So everyone, if you guys in the Discord, feel free to join, and everyone's free and welcome to join. And we're all here to hang out. I don't mind. I'm just letting everyone know, just in case they didn't know ahead of time.
But like I was saying, like
Oh yeah, Red will be
Right.
joining us because it's my birthday and he wants to see me.
Oh sure, yeah, he could join. I don't mind.
because one of the things that the Switch publicly announced on
Uh-huh.
the membership thing is saying oh, play the classic Pokemon games from the past, and you would think oh, it means that Pokemon X, not Pokemon X, Y, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, the originals, right?
Yeah.
Nope. No, the Pokemon trading card game for the GameCube Color.
Yeah, my gosh.
Like if you're gonna announce hey, you won't play the original Pokemon games, put the original Pokemon games.
I'm gonna be
You
honest.
have the Game Boy on the Switch. Just do that.
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to most of the companies, I do have a weird respect for Nintendo, just because I do believe they're one of the best innovators in gaming. When it comes to their past, they are known for innovation. They are the first ones that did motion control. They are the first ones that did a portable home console, which is their main console, which in my opinion is a fucking amazing idea. Being able to take all your games on the go is amazing. In my opinion, I respect Nintendo for being an innovator, but fuck you on anything else. They make great games and they're good at innovation, but when it comes to their public outreach and what they tolerate, they don't tolerate anything out of their control to the point where it's honestly obsession based.
Yeah.
So, I respect them, but fuck you. It's kind of like Valve. I like the stuff they do, but sometimes when they go to make a Dota card game or anything else like that, or how they don't get games out on a decent schedule, it's mostly just Valve time. So it's hey Valve, when are we gonna get another Half-Life? Oh, you'll have to wait 10 years and it's gonna be a VR game. Fucking Valve. And fucking my Xbox, you're lucky if you get anything at all. Zen, dive by. Miss Ed, if you want to join general chat, we are doing a community night if you want to jump in. Also, how you said it,
Join us.
Ow, motherfucker. Join us. We are talking about AAA game companies and how I think they are both
You
shit
don't
and
get a
good.
choice. You have to join us.
Yes.
You don't get a choice.
Maxwell, tie his legs up. We gotta take him in here. We gotta drag him in here.
Hey, come here, boy.
What the fuck? What do you reading? Holy shit.
Never mind.
I would
Never
get
mind.
yelled
Down,
at.
boy. Down.
Yeah, boy.
You're gonna yelled at if you don't join. That's the thing. Yeah, it's freaking. I'll go into the DMs and just start pestering you until you join.
Have you seen Oddworld?
Oddworld? Yes. No,
Oddworld.
I have not. No, I have not. Sorry. I was
You have
thinking
not
of
seen
something.
Oddworld?
I was thinking of something else. Sorry. Nope. I've not seen it. No.
The video game series?
Nope.
I think I have. It sounds familiar.
I have not.
You know, you play a
Hello!
weird little alien dude that saves his people from.
Yes, that game. I've heard of it.
How's it going, Med?
It's a good game series.
But V Rising is calling to me. V Rising can wait. We have shit to talk
Okay.
about, man.
It also has like the darkest bad endings. If you think
Oh yeah,
about it.
definitely.
It
You want
does.
to be a shit? You want to be a shit person to your entire race? Well then, I have a game for you.
Let's go.
That ending's literally terrifying.
Let's be shit. That sounds wrong. Hello, Med. How's it going?
That's each. Wait, what? Did you say that's eat shit?
No, he didn't say that.
No, I said let's be shit.
Be shit.
Let's be shit.
I
I am the great mighty Pooh.
Why are we talking about the Great Mighty Pooh?
Well, you said we're shit.
Oh my god.
like I said, I actually thought he said
Hello.
that's eat shit.
Hello.
How's
Hello.
it going?
Hello.
Good.
It's a cat.
It's a cat smuffed. Oh gosh, it's smuffed.
Yeah.
Did someone
And he's
smuff it with the
playing
pillow?
Portal 2.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to get it on.
Hello, welcome to
There we go. We
Communiry
got
Night.
2 views, one with audio and one not.
Oh, nice. Freaking, don't get smuffed. We don't want to accidentally smuff the viewers.
Please. Or do.
Wait, hold on. You
What-
streaming too?
That's fine. I don't mind. But
Well, I'm streaming in Discord.
that's fair.
Oh,
Hello, everybody. Freaking. So I'm gonna be honest. Everyone is in here. What do you guys think about AAA gaming? I'm curious.
kind of shit right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Normally,
am
they're
of the
shit.
opinion that AAA gaming is going to crash very hard if they don't change course.
Yeah, pretty shit right now unless they don't change their shit.
Because in my opinion, I think if they total shit right now, 100%. The thing is, I think if they don't stop spending hundreds of millions of dollars on projects, like specific projects, I think that's kind of dumb.
That will flop.
That will not. It's not even just that. It's the point of. So I can name like 3 games right now that all had super high budgets, and then a few smaller games with lesser budgets, and still can name like the ones with lesser budgets came out on top. So let me talk about. Let's talk about fucking the one I mentioned earlier, Suicide Squad. There's no heart anymore. Exactly. Like, let's put it this way. Suicide Squad felt like it was made by people who didn't want to make it, who of a team who just was like, I don't really want this, anything else like that. Hey, Vector, how's it going? And Suicide Squad ended up, in my opinion, being really shit. I mean, it's not even just my opinion. The player count kind of shows for it. There's only 100 people playing it a day.
It's not your opinion anymore.
It's-
It's
I just
literally
want
just
to
showing the
fact.
fact.
I
Hell.
mean, most big
It's just
company
fact.
games have, like, are almost guaranteed to be just shit.
No, I wouldn't say that per se. They're not always guaranteed to be shit. Because let's be honest, fucking Helldivers is a double company, but you know,
Well, I
they're
said
still out there.
almost always.
Almost always. I would say that. That's fair.
Cares.
That to be
Helldivers
fair,
has
it's
something-
media in general.
has
right
someone
now.
that actually cares
Even
about
movies
video
are
games taking their
soulless.
shit.
I think that's fair. Even movies are soulless right now, but I think there's a bit of a difference when it comes to gaming, because the reason I think it's soulless is because I watched an Ackman video and everything else like that, and I kind of agree with his opinion on this. You're spending way too much money on these projects. Like, you shouldn't be like, Immortals of Avion. I've mentioned this before, and I keep mentioning this again, and I'll mention this until the sun explodes, considering I feel like this is actually a fairly valid point. Why did you give Immortals of Avion was an EA game made by its own new company it started of a magic FPS game, and they gave it one of the highest budgets I've ever seen for a game, $169 million. And it was dead within a month.
Where did this cube drop?
Hey, dear.
Hello, Ray.
Hello! Happy birthday!
Yeah, everyone wish my mod Maxwell a happy birthday. Do it. If you don't, I will have your toes.
Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday, bro.
Also, Red, question.
Yes?
What do you think of the games industry right now?
AAA or indie?
AAA.
Could not be worse.
Honestly, yes. My only question is, why do you think it's as bad as it is? That's my question. Why do you guys think it's as bad as it is? I honestly think it's due to overspending on certain projects.
I think it's, I think it's a multitude of things.
Yes.
Mostly the social environment is not really good right now, and, it's also the fact that, there's too much focus on monetary gain rather than making an actual stable product.
And I think that what brings in my point. Like, I was talking about Immortals of Avion. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
This is the first I've heard of it,
Exactly.
actually.
That's the point. It was a AAA game developed by EA. It was a magic FPS game similar to Doomish. And it was developed by a new studio EA made, and they gave it one of the highest budgets at the time. And it was dead within a month because they didn't market it well. And to be fair, it was also developed pretty wise. It was developed by I think it was like almost 9,000 people.
No, wait.
Wow.
Immortals of Avium?
Immortals of Avion, yeah,
Oh, that game.
yeah, that game.
I will admit one thing. I have played the game. It didn't really hook me all that well.
Exactly. It didn't hook you, but at the same time, they spent $169 million on it.
Nice.
Hey, 69.
Jesus Christ, that much?
They spent that much, and because the game did so poorly, it basically shuttered the company. I'm sorry, if you're spending
65% on Steam.
yeah, 65%. That's the problem. My thing about it is this: why are you making games that are literally gonna shutter your company if you don't make if you don't fucking succeed at that? Like, that's honestly way too much of a risk in my opinion. And not only
Well,
is
it's also
that
just the
you
fact
have
it wasn't advertised.
but the problem is this: you're spending $169 million on it. If that fails, that's a big fuck you. Basically, you're not making that back. You're gonna have to
thing I
put
should probably-
monetization into it. In my opinion, the reason they put so much monetization into it is because, fuck it, you're spending $169 million. You better get a return on that shit. You know, that's why there's so much fucking monetization. It's the idea that we have to put more money into this, more workers into this, and we'll probably get a biggest product ever, right? I think that line of thinking, in my opinion, is incredibly flawed. Because let's go to fucking Suicide Squad. You know how much money they lost on that game?
Lots.
Not enough.
200
I
million.
just find it funny that like most indie studios can consistently push out more quality games than most AAA studios.
That's the thing. The thing is this: when it comes to indie studios, they're on a budget. They have to have a clear vision. They don't have 9,000 people working with them, so they're not like having to pass the one idea through 9,000 people. Usually, it's around 400 or so.
You know what's funny?
What?
That game Xanavel was talking about, V Rising or whatever, it is also very popular right now.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think it's an indie game.
You know what the
Wait till
ironic thing is?
Uh-huh.
Immortals of Avium.
Yes.
It's basically magic. It's basically a magic version of Ghostwire Tokyo. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Kind of. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of. But the point about it is like, most indie devs don't have $100 million to sink into a game. Most, so they usually have to have a consistent vision, and usually don't have like 9,000 people working with them at one time. So, I honestly think to the bloat of how many people working with them, because ideas get mixed up and all this other shit, plus the amount of fucking like development costs makes developing any game similar to those types of games, makes them such a freaking risk to make. So it's like, I think I'd rather a $10 million game made by 400 people, like take that 9,000 teams, split it up into 400, like teams of 400 smaller teams, have them all like have at least like $10 million each as a budget, and you could probably pump out 10 different games and then just take the ones that work and then throw the ones that don't work out, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like such a better idea. And plus, you wouldn't have to put microtransactions in them because there's such a lower risk.
Okay, Sandveld did confirm that it's made by Stumlock, a Swedish company founded in 2010.
Yeah. Re-Rising is made by Stunlock Studios, a Swedish company.
how you do it?
It's been in early access for 2 years. It did its full release on Wednesday, and it's blown up. That's the thing, it blew up. That's the thing. Indie games are doing so well, and I think the reason everyone is so... Damn it, Nikki! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the coffee shop. Welcome to the coffee room where the first episode was on you. Hello. I hope you guys are having fun. Yes. Yeah, the coffee's on you, you know? Freaking hello, Nikki. How's it going?
Why are you pouring coffee on your customers?
Well, there's two things in general.
What? Wait, what'd you say?
I'm saying two things from general.
Two things in general?
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're everyone pings or just regular.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
one's what
I'm
max
so
out
done
per
now. I honestly
One of them
regret
was,
not buying
Legion,
it when it was like $19. Wait, really? Wait,
Yeah.
what do you regret not buying?
One of them was just Legion telling everyone to tell Max happy birthday.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Also, everyone, it's Max's, my mod, Max's birthday. Please wish him a happy birthday, and also, ow, why?
The other thing from general is the fuck you, Sony.
Oh yeah, fuck you,
wow.
Sam.
That too.
Hi, Nikki, what were you
that one's,
playing? What were you doing,
oh.
Nikki? I'm curious, motherfucker, why am I in the bunny suit? Nikki, what were you doing? Can't believe this shit.
Hey, would you rather be naked or in a bunny suit?
Well, apparently, I need milk.
either or.
Destiny raid. Oh, Destiny raid. How was the Destiny raid? Hopefully, it was fun.
Have you
What the
fought
fuck
your
with the
Destiny-
milk
your Destiny-
bowl?
Which ones?
I am a cat now, so you know,
I mean, I'd be
Why
the
not?
only one that's currently active is this
I'd
Destiny
say it's
2.
still worth 30 as it is now. Also, I have dedicated server for it. Oh, you have a dedicated server for it? Shit, nice.
Nice.
Jenya, I bought it a year ago, and since it's nice to know it's blowing up, V-Rising. Xanaville, talking about V-Rising. Okay, you know what? Hey Xanaville, do you want to hop in here and actually talk about V-Rising? Because I gotta be honest, I have no reference for V-Rising. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's apparently very popular and it's an indie game.
Educate this.
I don't know much about V-Rising either, so...
Educate this man.
What is V-Rising exactly? It's a vamp game. Also, hello name, how's it going?
It's a vamp survival buildcraft game.
What?
I'll put that away.
Survival build craft game.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a vampire game.
It's a vampire game, but it's like Valheim.
V-Rising. What
But
is
it's like
V-Rising?
top-down.
Ooh, okay. Valheim I've heard of.
Yeah, it's
V-Rising is an action role-play survival game developed by Stunlock Studios, published by Level Infinite. First announced May 5th, 2021. It entered early access on Windows on May 17, 2022. It released on May 8, 2024, with a PlayStation version released afterward. Okay, sweet. Hold up, fine. Okay. I think we're about to be lectured about V-Rising.
probably.
We're about to get the shit kicked out of us. Prepare
Yeah.
to own a holes.
Who was we? Who
What?
the fuck's we?
You're speaking French?
I'm
I just wanna
speaking wee
VR
wee,
chat.
motherfucker, like wee wee.
I'm sorry, I don't speak surrender.
Oh. Shit, that... Ouch. That hurt. Don't tell that to Skya.
I know.
I actually, you know what? Next time I talk to Skya, I'm like, oh, I don't speak the language of surrender.
I did it because she's not here. Because I know she'd give me a new one.
Oh, you would definitely. You're lucky she is currently or should be resting.
Yes. What is this game?
Yeah,
I'm on the
actually,
fucking official website trying to look at it and like, what the hell?
Is it bad? No. I ain't
Hmm.
gonna
Say it.
burden you with
Say it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not. It's like an IRL problem where I just want to work, but no one's hiring, or they're just not responding, and I'm like,
I
is
get
it
that.
bad I want to strangle someone.
So I have V-Rising. I can stream it on Discord tomorrow if you like. Honestly, I'd be kind of interested to see if it's actually any good. Because there's not too many vampire games out. The ones that are just kind of okay-ish. I'm kind of curious to see if there's one that's actually really good.
Cancel Redfall's DLC.
Wait, what?
Okay, Redfall is not a good vampire game. That's
Redfall's a shitty game.
Redfall's a shitty game. Redfall's a game that killed its company. Holy shit.
It killed the Texas version or
Yeah.
the American one.
It killed Austin. It killed what was it?
It killed Arcane Austin.
It killed
Yeah.
Arcane Austin. Yeah, the French one's okay.
Yeah. Hello, Zan. Welcome.
Also, they did cancel another company too. What was the other one?
So,
Oh my god.
People who made hard
I know.
Hey, guys.
Wait, no, you're. Yeah, I know.
X.
Uh,
Xanafel, what do you say?
so just speaking on Arcane just real quick, the developer of Judas, the BioShock director, that company is trying to scoop up those Arcane developers right now. So,
Ooh, wait, the BioWare developer? Or no,
BioShock.
BioShock. Son of a bitch. Yuck, Redfall mentioned. I know, right?
yeah, but anyways, V-Rising. So, yes, it
Redfall
is
should be called Red Fail.
By the
right. But yes, the V-Rising is a survival. It is a survival game at its core.
Uh-huh.
However, it is also a PvP arena.
Hmm?
It
Wait,
is a
what?
sur-
It's
Yes,
PvP?
okay.
Is it Rust?
Yes.
What? No, you're just not supposed to agree with me on this shit.
No,
Is
okay,
it
so it's not
Vampire Rust?
It's not. No.
Rachel
so
just said it
how you-
was.
Let me explain. It's complicated. V-Rising, you can either play
Let him talk.
PvE or PvP.
Okay.
Okay. The most of the community you will find is kind of split up, but the game is built around PvP at this kind of like as core and like sort of stuff like that. But it does have end game raids as well. So it has a lot of different like stuff going on. But like one of the big things is that you build a castle.
I don't think
Your
this
vampire
is
castle.
working well.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And every weekend, depending on the server,
Mhm.
there are weekend castle raids
Oh.
where your castle can be attacked by other players and ransacked.
You know, this is kind of sounding like Vampire Rust, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. However, you don't have to play on PvP servers.
That just sounds like an unfun version of Rust.
What do you mean?
'Cause again, there is PvE aspects where you need to start from level 1, and you need to fight these bosses called V-Blood bosses. And as
V-Blood
you
boss.
fight these bosses, you get different powers.
Questions, NFL.
Answer.
Did these V-Blood bosses carry V-Bucks?
Shut up.
Like, shut the fuck up.
That was the
Just fucking zoom her out of here.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
But,
I like how fucking vicious
leave,
that
leave.
was.
Yeah, like-
That was just a shut the fuck up.
But yeah, no. So it is a survival game at its core.
Uh-huh.
You go around, you collect resources, you build your castle up, you get servants to go off and collect resources for you. You capture humans and then put them in little prison cells to drain their blood.
Wait, you mean I can have human slaves?
Yes, you have. Well, they're
10 out
not
of 10,
slaves, they're more
100%.
cattle.
You mean I can just drink anyone I want by you mean I can just
Yeah,
capture
you need
people
to-
and drink them?
Yes, you capture people, and the reason for that is the humans have
Thank you,
special
Tyler.
blood types.
Uh-huh.
Like warrior, brute, scholar, rogue. These different blood types will then give your vampire different abilities and bonuses towards different things.
All I'm hearing is that I get to capture people and drink them as much as I want.
No. So if you capture someone and put them in a prison cell, you get to bottle their blood. Use.
Yes.
However, if you drain them too much, they die. So you need to actually take care of the cattle by feeding them fish. But you also need to make sure that they're not. You also need to make sure
Feed
that,
them the least amount as possible. Torture them as much as possible.
again, no.
That's how you
However,
get
again,
bad blood.
but you also need to make sure that your misery level is also managed, because if their misery level gets too low, they take more damage from you feeding on them.
Oh. I have to make them
you need
happy?
to-
Yeah.
But again, you start off at low level.
Uh-huh.
They also have a collab with Castlevania, so you know.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Okay, so they're doing good.
Do I get to
And
dress up
then
as Alucard?
Yes, if you
Let's
get the Castlevania
go.
DLC.
Dang.
Meanwhile, my ass sitting on a throne waiting
And then
for
the final boss of the
Richter.
game.
Uh-huh.
The final boss of the game is Dracula itself.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
I was right, sitting on a throne waiting for fucking Victor.
Or Victor,
Wait, I think I have
Belmont.
new batteries. Hang on. Where's my?
Yes, V Rising is a survival crafting game at its core with a lot of RPG aspects to it.
It sounds...
It is also top-down isometric, but it does have mod support, and there are mods out there like say, hey, you want to play the game in first person? Here you go. Don't do it.
I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to... when it comes to... when it comes to top-down games, I don't mind them. I like the Diablo series. I love playing Diablo 2 and 3. Like, top-downs aren't bad in my opinion. Hell, I loved fucking Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, and that was top-down.
And then and then one thing I will say, I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
Oh, another thing I will say is that the character customization, when it comes to the character model itself, is not that in depth.
Ah, dang.
Right. When it comes to the character model itself, it's not that in depth. However, there's clothing dyes. You can dye your clothing, different color combos. There's also a transmog system involved as well.
Oh, thank God, transmog.
So if you are wearing like a piece of gear that you
question.
look of, what's up?
Is it paid transmogs? Like fucking Destiny did try to do a while back?
If you you just have to make the gear.
You just have to make the gear? Oh, sweet. That's good.
And you can overwrite the current gear you're wearing with that gear.
That's good. That's good. Because
I feel like this year has been nothing but survival crafting games.
Really?
Sure. Question.
You're not incorrect.
Answer?
Well, I mean, sorry.
What consoles can you put? Like, what can you play on it?
PC and
Like,
PS5.
PC and PS5.
Okay, thank you. Is it cosplay too?
Probably not.
Not with PS5.
No.
Because PS5 is a bunch of pricks.
Okay, so actually, I figured out a reason why there's not much crossplay between the consoles and PC, at least when it comes to PlayStation. It's because fucking Sony charges you extra for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And it's not a cheap
that's a Sony
amount. It's actually a very decent amount they charge you.
Listen, you saw what happened regarding Helldivers.
Well, it's not even just Helldivers. Fucking, they did this to Fortnite a while back. Like, when it happened to Fortnite, it cost them so much money. It cost Fortnite so much money to actually have it crossplay between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. It's
I will have to say.
It probably even wasn't even like Xbox to PC. It was mainly just PC to PS5 or PC, Xbox, PS5, because PC already has the Xbox/Microsoft infrastructure.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just Sony a piece of shit.
No, Sony just doesn't want anyone on their consoles to play with anyone else because, well, they lose people buying their consoles because of that.
I heard when people thought crossplay wouldn't be a thing.
I know, that's so dumb. You know the thing? Yes.
On tangent here.
Go
You're getting on tangent.
Sorry.
Alright,
We were talking about, actually, before you got here, we were talking about AAA companies and how I think
I know.
we're going for a fucking full-on crash, in my opinion. Ow.
They definitely are.
Look at the whole thing with Ubisoft calling itself a quadruple A company. Whatever the fuck that means.
No. They called their newest
Quadruple
release
A company.
Yes.
They called their newest release Skull and Bones a quadruple
Oh,
A game.
God.
I played that game because I had Ubisoft Plus, so I played it essentially for free. That game is trash.
Yeah. Hey, Ray. So, what were we talking about? So, continuing your tangent, or on your thing.
One other thing is, so that is this character customization. There's also different spell trees.
Mm-hmm.
Like in each one of the spells trees have. Yeah, so each one of the spell trees have there's ultimate abilities, there's dash abilities, there's movement abilities, there's counter abilities, and in each one of these abilities also has jewels that you can put into these spells to change up to even further customize and change up what they do.
Nice.
And then on top of that, there's also different weapon types like great swords, longbows, crossbows, slashers, whips, scythes, maces, axes.
Actually, I'm curious. How much is this game? I'm gonna look up on Steam real quick.
Back in early access, it was $20.
Okay.
But they have.
Sweet. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, they recently updated it to like 30 something right now.
It's 35 at normal, at least with tax. What I'm looking at right now, because apparently it's on sale, it's like 10% off. So it's actually like 31 right now.
It's still doing its release week, so get the game if you want the game now. Otherwise, you gonna have to pay more later. They did warn people during their early access period, a good like few months ahead of the full release. Hey, game's going to be going up in price. If you want this game, get it now.
So my whole problem is what are they setting as their base price? Because if they're setting like $60, I'll be very happy. If they're setting $70, I'm gonna get mad.
No. V-Rising's base price, I believe, is only like 30 something.
Because I've had a problem ever since Sony decided to raise gaming prices to $70. Not every gaming company has done that, but I'm very mad they did that. And their whole excuse is game development's expensive. Probably because you're spending hundreds of $millions on fucking games that you throw away half the time.
No, so the V-Rising baseline price is $35.
Nice. Actually, there's another indie game I've been playing with like Maxwell and Legion. Freaking Abrotic Factory? Abrotic Factor? How am I saying? I feel like I'm saying this wrong. Abiotic Factor. Thank you. I'm very mad about me misspelling it. Hey, Reptile!
Yes, but the game does have DLCs. The DLCs are purely for cosmetics.
Yeah, the DLC. Actually, let me check the DLC. I'm gonna check how much actually it is right now.
If you want to get all the DLCs, the current price for it would be $62.96.
Get all the DLC plus those DLC bundles are actually $91 right now. That's steep.
For me, that's because you have to buy the game too.
Yeah.
Right.
How goes it? It's going well.
The DLCs are purely cosmetics, purely optional. They just, you can make your house look pretty. That's all it really is. That's all it is.
Also, Cynthia, just to let you. Sorry. Cynthia, just to let you know, I am live right now, so please refrain from saying anything too bad.
Listen, please do. I may or may not have done a gamer word.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you scared her off, nice.
Oh, son of a.
So, and again, they do have official servers, so you do not need to pay for your server, right? To play on. You can also you can also play the game, on your own, on solo. You don't need to play with people. It is better with people, obviously.
It's like Monster Hunter. You can do it on your own, but it's better with friends.
Right. With the official servers, the PvE servers get wiped every 6 months.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of interesting.
PvP servers get wiped every 3 months.
That's interesting.
Because again, they do is a PvP arena. You in the PvP servers, you do fight other players a lot.
I guess that's fair. Wait, what happens when you die in PvP? Do you like lose your items or something?
Okay, so it depends on the server settings. A lot of the servers a lot of the official servers, yes, when you die, you do lose what you're holding in inventory. You do not lose your equipment, but you lose any of the resources you were carrying and stuff like that.
As I was saying earlier, though, that there has been a lot of
typical Minecraft rules.
Yes,
there has been a lot of open world crafting games this year.
Oh, there has been, and some of them have been hit or miss, and I think most of them have been hits though.
Well, the first one that come out in like 2024 was Enshrouded, and then another game that followed after it kind of bombed, and then in Project Zomboid started recently getting popular again.
Oh yeah, Project Zombie got popular again. But then again, let's just be honest, a lot of freaking indie games got popular, like Abionic Factor.
And then Power World, which was also an open world base game. Sons of the Forest.
I would also throw Fallout 76 into that.
I will say
that. It's not a Fallout game, it's a survival game.
I'm going to be honest, when it comes to Fallout 76, I thought that game was going to get buried and die. I think the TV show saved it, and the fact they actually gave it to a different, actual developer to make it. Like, they gave it over to the fucking guys who did Goat Simulator, and now they're working on it. So I'm very happy about that. Because fuck you. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what we're working on right now.
I'm gonna be honest. If Bethesda makes another crap game, shutter them. Fucking shutter them. They don't deserve
I want
it.
you guys.
They have because this is gonna be my hot take. If Bethesda can't make their own RPGs in their style and make it successful with something like Starfield, and still made something fail like 76, if Elder Scrolls 6 isn't a hit, maybe they don't deserve to hit again.
Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be coming out anytime soon.
That's the problem as well. Okay, that's my also.
But you need to understand something as well. Bethesda no longer owns itself.
No, I know they don't own itself.
So
my whole problem is this: Bethesda as a company has been known to take forever when it comes to making games. That's why I feel like they should have their. That's why Elder Scrolls, in my opinion, is their last shot. If they don't make a good game via Elder Scrolls 6. Via the time they're given this time, they don't deserve to hit again. Let Obsidian take over that shit. They probably do it better.
All I'm saying is, if video game companies were sins, Bethesda is sloth.
Yes.
But sloth, I take Bethesda sloth and greed.
Another thing.
No, that's EA.
What
EA is greed.
Bethesda is a AAA company, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Bethesda itself is not that big of a company.
No, not really.
Because there's Bethesda, and then there's Bethesda Game Studios, and there's ZeniMax. Okay, Bethesda Game Studios are the actual the actual side of the company that makes the games. Bethesda Game Studios, the amount of people working under that umbrella is the same amount of people working at Larian.
Yes. And yet Larian somehow put in more effort for 8 years for development than we got out of Starfield.
Yeah. My
whole problem when it comes to Bethesda is they take way too long to make a game. And my problem is this, I don't want to wait another 15 years for another fucking Fallout game. I don't want to wait another 15 years for another Elder Scrolls game after this one. And the thing is, we could have avoided this. We could have avoided having to wait 15 years for an Elder Scrolls game or another Fallout game. You know why? Because guess who offered to make them while fucking Bethesda was working on Starfield? Obsidian. They kept going to Bethesda saying, hey, we can work on this for you. We can work on that for you. Give us the title, give us the rights to use the titles, and we'll make it for you. And you know what they kept saying? Fuck you, no. Bethesda, I think, has a pride problem more than anything else. They're too prideful to admit when they either A, fucked up, or B, when they've done anything wrong. The only time they ever admit when they're wrong is when it hits them in the wallet. Like with the whole paid mod thing, or the fucking Fallout 76 and how bad it was at the launch. They don't do anything until their money's hit. But the problem is they release something so infrequently, it's hard to really tell them they're wrong, if that makes sense. You have to wait another 5 years before they make another game and finish it completely, and by the time it's already released, you're like, do I even care about this anymore? Let's be honest.
I found the shitty open world one that's Nightingale.
Yeah, but yeah. What is it, Zan?
Yeah.
I will not listen to hatred on Nightingale.
I have no idea what Nightingale is.
Bitch has been out for months and it's still mixed.
What is it?
Nightingale. It came after Enshrouded.
Again,
no one really liked it.
Nightingale had a rough launch. The reason it had so many mixed reviews is people were upset you could not play the game solo offline.
Oh, it's like a Tarkov situation?
No, it's not even like a Tarkov situation.
Okay.
They marketed the game as being a co-op survival. They based the entire game around you play this with your friends. It is a co-op survival game, always online.
Yes.
They did not hide this from people.
Okay.
So when the game came out and people were upset that they couldn't play it offline, they started review bombing the game.
That's fair.
The developers are currently working on making an offline mode, but when the game itself was coded and meant to be played online, that's going to take a bit.
That's fair. I think the problem I think the problem is when you go to online games nowadays, let's be honest. This is like a thing I want to tie in with MMOs, because in my opinion, MMOs are massive multiplayer games. but when they're meant to be massive MMORPGs like WoW or Final Fantasy XIV, they should be able to be played alone in its entirety if need be. Because in my opinion, if you can't play the entire thing by yourself, it doesn't really qualify too much as an RPG as well. Because my thing about it is this: when
I want you to go play WoW right now and do a dungeon solo.
Actually, I don't have WoW. Actually, but I think the thing is,
WoW anyway.
I think the thing is, I can do it. So the thing is, if I hop on Final Fantasy 14, I can do one of those dungeons with like the like
That's
that.
a very new thing, though.
That's the thing. It's such a good thing, though. My thing is, when it comes to massive multiplayer games, is people still want to play those games, but their friends aren't always on. You should have a way to play by yourself just a little bit. That should be at least a thing that's normalized a bit more, in my opinion. Because
I disagree.
What?
And not many people have friends to begin with, so they're usually
like that.
solo players by default.
I think that's a.
Don't call me out like that.
I disagree completely, because then
okay.
What's the point of playing a multiplayer game if you just want to play solo?
Well, it's not always I want to play solo, but I just want the option, the choice is what I want. That's the thing. I want the choice to be able to do it. It's not like it has to be always mandatory, but I feel like it shouldn't be looked on as a bad thing to put a single player mode into an online game, you know? Even if it's just like a practice mode for a bit, you know?
Yeah, not only that, you can like allow like work that you want to do in like a certain game done.
Yeah.
By yourself, because like you're too busy like trying to be like a parent.
Yeah.
To like some of your friends who are like chaotic.
Yeah, that, and also like I love FPS games. I love Battlefield. I love Call of Duty. You know, call me shill for that stuff, but I grew up on this stuff. I love those types of games. My problem is let's talk about Battlefield 1 for a second. The moment the servers die in Battlefield 1, I can't ever play it again. I can't. There is no... The only thing I could do is probably the campaign. They never added any multiplayer bots, so I can't actually play that game anymore at that point. That game is basically a dead weight. Why do I even have it in my library at that point? That's kind of why I liked 2042 a bit, is because they actually added bots, so if even when the game dies and the servers are dead, I can go back and play it.
Okay. So I agree with that sentiment. I do not agree with the sentiment of making games labeled as an MMORPG.
Yes.
Single player. Imagine trying to play League or WoW or Smite, games who are multiplayer online battle arenas.
That's
MOBAs.
fair.
It's also single player. Then you have to come down to bot AI. It will never ever do what you want. A human will never actually do what you want it to do. You cannot control the bot AI. You cannot talk to the bot AI. Hey, can you come and gank this? Or in the Final Fantasy 14's generation example, yes, they have added the ability to do dungeon solo.
Yeah.
You have very limited control over what those bots can do, because again,
You know
AI
what?
is not that sophisticated to that level yet.
You know what? I think my thing is I just want to be able to progress through the game solo. Like for MMOs, I think like when you're leveling or doing like the main quests and everything else like that, like, you know how Final Fantasy, there's dungeons you have to accomplish to get through the story and everything like that? Well, those cool dungeons, I like how I can actually just do it solo and I don't have to always worry about people. Because I don't like waiting in queues half the time. Because sometimes I have to wait in a queue forever just to get into like a fucking thing. Just to continue the story, which I've been trying to continue. I have to wait like 10 minutes for it. Or I'm having to do a side quest. Or I'm having to just sit there until the thing gets in.
Do you use the party finder at all?
Yeah, I use the party finder sometimes, but even then, it still takes a while. The thing is, I like this. I like being able to just do a dungeon with like a bunch of like AIs. At least when it comes to story-wise, I think that's my thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
They're kind of a side topic, but I don't know if Xboxes still do this, but I know earlier in their lifespan, they would force you to go online to even set up the console.
Oh, yeah,
I know that's a thing that pissed off a lot of people because they're just like, I just want to play my game now. I don't have internet.
Oh yeah, like freaking like Ray, he plays DPS a lot, and he's like DPS roulette equal pain.
Yeah, I'm a healer, so fuck off.
I mean, I play a tank. It's not that bad for me. Exactly. Like, it's longer than healer, but it's not that bad.
That's the reason for the DPS roulette is because everyone wants to be the fucking DPS. No one wants to do the work of a healer or a tank.
I'm not looking forward to it because as soon as Dawn Trail comes out, I want to get the Viper class.
Oh yeah, no. Dude, if you're going to play Dawn Trail when it comes out, do not play as a DPS.
I really want to play as the Viper class though.
Well, you can't. Hey, you can play as a Viper class when Dawn Trail comes out because you'll use the bots.
That's fair. But the thing is this. When I go to other MMOs, like, I went back and played Star Trek a while back, and there's a lot of dungeons you just can't do by yourself. And I'm like, I think Final Fantasy, in the way they've done, like, solo events, or, like, being able to do certain events solo, really is nice, because it lets me get through the game faster, and I don't always have to require people to do it.
No.
It's not that I'm not disconnected from the community, but it's that I can continue from where I'm off without having to just stop for a while. Because I want to play the game. That's the thing. I want to play the game. But if I'm sitting in queue for like 30 minutes because I'm a tank and everyone has tanks already and there's no need for a tank right now, and I'm just wanting to continue the story because I'm at a really good part, I'm gonna get depressed. I'm gonna be like, fine, I'm just gonna hop off the game. I'll play something else. You know?
I will say, I understand where you're coming from. I think that the way Final Fantasy has done it is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Again, is a very new thing. Is a very new thing.
I think it is a new thing. I will agree that it's a very, very new thing, and not all companies have done it. But I really think the way they
look, and the thing is, do not look at Final Fantasy and what Final Fantasy is doing as what every company should do.
I do. So the thing is, the way I look,
having that mentality is a very toxic.
Yeah, it's fine.
So having the mentality of what one company does right, every company should do, is a very toxic mentality. When it comes to gaming industry.
Should I do it?
Because what that leads to is why is your caller reading misspelled? Why is everything you do misspelled?
Because I am dyslexic.
because he is Psy. He is not that smart.
Okay, so but I will say. So like with Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 was a very successful game because it did a lot of things a lot of new games companies aren't doing.
Exactly.
However,
yes,
that works for Baldur's Gate 3. That works for Larian because that's what they wanted to do. And I believe that Larian did a lot of right.
True, but question.
However,
okay.
I believe that if other companies attempted to mimic what Larian did, rather than adapting their own system to better fit what they want to do, will only lead to more copycats. And we don't want more copycats. We want more original ideas.
A fair point, but I don't feel like copying certain systems from other games is a bad thing. Like, there's one system I want Final Fantasy to copy from Elder Scrolls Online, actually. ESO has a companion system to where I can take companions with me and they'll travel with me the entire time. They're not segmented to certain like sequences where they're following me during sequences. They're traveling with me the entire time. I can customize them and all that stuff. I think Final Fantasy 14, if they did that, would be so much cooler because I want like Alpha Node. I want Y'shtola, Thancred following me. That'd be kind of cool.
That's not going to happen.
I really want that.
For the exact same reason that ESO's companions are not tied to a story.
Honestly, they are not tied to story. But
they have their own storylines. But ESO's companions, they specifically said you will not have a Naryu following you, or a Razat or the cat. I don't remember the cat
Razat.
or anything because those are Razamdar, right? Because they are right. So people want that sort of system in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You will not get that system in Final Fantasy for the exact same reason you will not get the system in ESO, how people wanted it.
I'm gonna be honest though, I still feel like it'd be cool if they implemented it, and I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for them to implement it. It's not like they haven't been building into it in a weird way. Like they already follow you during certain sequences. It's not like it's an incredibly large leap to ask for them to do it. And I don't feel like I don't think it's too much of a leap. Mostly because freaking what they've been able to achieve so far. It'd be difficult. That's what I'm saying. It'd be difficult, but I do think it is possible. I don't think anything's not possible, considering like Sony was like, "Oh, we're gonna do the integration thing," and then we boycott them. I think as long as we ask for it enough, and it's a long enough thing, they'll eventually develop it. Like
things, I believe, Creative Business Unit 3 is currently in the groundwork for that.
Yes.
But you gotta remember though, ESO's combat is a lot simpler.
Yes. No, I fully agree.
Final Fantasy.
No, I fully agree with that. But the thing is, it's not like they don't have the base AI to do certain things. Like, they have AI following you in certain segments. They also have AI fighting with you in dungeons. It's not like they're not capable of adding it to it. They just haven't delved too much into it yet. In which case, you know, the fact they're building up to it slowly, this is what makes me so happy about Final Fantasy 14. They don't do it outright, they build up to it. That's what I like. They build up to it. Because I think more companies need to build up to stuff rather than just going full force, waiting like years before release to actually implement it.
We have definitely gotten off topic here.
That is definitely off topic. I'm gonna be honest, that's true. But
we've gotten off topic.
Yeah.
Welcome to Community Night.
Welcome to Community Night, where everything goes and bananas fly.
But getting back on topic about the whole games being more single player friendly.
Yeah.
Because again, yes, Nightingale was what Constantino started it. Nightingale had a rough start because it didn't have a lot of the quality of life features that we've come to expect from more polished survival games. They are currently working on that because again, the game is still in very early access. So people who went into Nightingale expecting a full game obviously don't understand what early access is.
How's it going, dude?
But anyways, we got topic.
I'm sorry. Xanafil, did you see what's in the chat right now? Someone's like, "Greetings, mademoiselle. Could I interest you in a free booba water, fresh fish and chips, perhaps some finest Wellington beef as well. I also offer precious soda drink as appetizer. Marry me, man. Wait, is it man, dude? Man, dude?
Oh my
Am I
God,
saying that?
I can't.
My dude.
My dude. Oh.
I can't listen
I
to you
am
read that.
dyslexic. Leave me alone.
I wanted to.
They can be flirted with.
I'm being flirted with?
Yeah,
That's
these
new
ones
for
flirting
me.
with you.
People just throw shit
I
at
think
me. I get abused. I don't
I
get
think it's because of your tits.
Probably.
You also read the first line. You added a word.
I dyslexic.
Wait, what? So I added a word? What the
No.
fuck?
He said greetings, mademoiselle. This is milady.
Fuck.
Yes, it's milady.
Same thing.
Fucking brain. My brain don't work no more.
You
My
can't
brain
do some
no
shit.
work.
My brain
You're
no
getting
work.
hit on. You're getting hit on because you have tits. That's all.
Okay,
Wow.
so anyways.
Yes.
Back on tangent. I do not believe that multiplayer games should, like certain mobile games, multiplayer games should add single player options. Okay?
I think.
Let me finish. Sit down. Sit, boy.
What the fuck?
Down, boy. Down, boy. Down, boy.
Nah, boy. Nah, boy.
With how Final Fantasy has implemented their bots in doing story dungeons, I think it's smart. Now,
I'll give you half of my million. Marry me, live with me in Saudi.
now I believe that the games like WoW and stuff would have a lot of older content that is essentially dead content because no one does old content in those games. Needs a system like it.
Yes.
But then again, WoW is just a bad game, so.
Holy shit. That was so out of bounds.
He's giving you $500,000. I mean, just
$500,000.
grow some tits and then just say you marry him.
Exactly.
No.
Now, when it comes to MOBAs like League of Legends, Smite, Dota, do not give those games single player options.
But yeah, because they're MOBAs.
The way I see it is they should have. Don't they have like bots already? I know, like
They do have training modes, yeah.
Yeah, the training modes.
So it's not actually playing the game.
But if you want to actually get stuff, you need to play with other people.
Yo, yeah, that's the thing. But you still can play it solo.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, because you still play with other people in bot mode.
you can, yeah, it depends on how many. It depends, because if you play the bot mode solo, which I've done sometimes, your bots are not going to win against the other bots.
I thought people joined you, and then the other team was just full bot.
No.
Yeah.
So you can do it. You can do it solo. Okay. You can do it solo. Like I've played the game where I've queued into a bot match just to try out a god or something, right?
Yeah.
Where it's me, 2 bots on my team, or 2 or 4 bots, whatever game I'm playing, and then 3 bots on the enemy team. Okay. You can also do these matches where it's 3 players or whatever number of players or whatever against pure bots. However, they do not expect people to actually play these games with that in mind, because they buy AI for the player-based bots is not as good as the enemy bots.
No, I fully agree. So my whole thing about it is when it comes to when it comes to certain games, I do feel like they should really implement bots as like a standard thing. Like FPS games, you should be able to play all the multiplayer modes standard with bots, because as soon as the game's dead server-wise, the game is basically useless.
Well, I think they need to stop making live service games.
I do too. Also, thank you so much for the freaking follow. Thank you so much. Did I just reach 780? Please tell me I did. Please.
No.
Motherfucker, I did.
No.
Sorry to like interrupt everything. You just said if you agree to my proposal, just call me or I'll call you. I have planned a hotel for you.
This is an actual person.
It's an actual person too.
Honestly,
They're new.
They are new. I'm gonna be honest. This may be the internet fish. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know, dude. But apparently you're gonna be like a femboy wife or something.
I mean,
isn't that Silence's dream?
Motherfucker, not.
What was he? Wait, he wasn't already?
No.
So does that mean Silence will be let on a leash then?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not
this conversation.
What is this?
I don't know, dear, but some dude's hitting on. Either some dude's hitting on him and agreeing to like give him $500,000.
Yeah,
I'll take Saudi Arabia.
I'll take the money.
Nah.
I'll take his money instead.
Nah. Yeah, good. You can't buy the imp. I'm gonna be honest. You can't buy the imp.
That's what they all say.
No,
They don't
you-
have the price.
That's what they all say.
But I originally came in here to talk about V-Rising, and we got on the whole tangent. V-Rising, good game. There's a lot to it.
How am I looking into it?
Game. I have a dedicated server for my community and for friends and stuff. So if you wanna,
Oh, nice.
You know, like, get what I want, I pay. When you agree, I give you $500,000 and go to your country.
Oh my gosh.
What is this?
So, but
This does not seem like a real person.
I honestly. Is this a bot?
What?
I wonder if it's a bot.
Wait. First Lieutenant A Gamer.
Yeah, I went to his profile and there's nothing there.
Well,
If he keeps finding the same shit, ban him.
Got it.
I'll take the Zan, you can't steal them away from me. You see, I have the assets you don't.
I'll do whatever I want until you say my name properly.
Zanny.
There you go.
What? That's not your actual.
That's not your actual name, but okay.
I called you Zanny.
I'm dying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Question though, actually.
Answer probably.
Xanathel as a fellow streamer, what's the weirdest?
Ban me, but hear me out. I'll give you money if you agree, and I got your country. I swear on Allah.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's a fake person. I have an actual Muslim as my mod. That's a fake person. They don't actually do stuff like that.
That's fair.
Okay. Hold on.
Also, I'm pretty sure in Sudan, if you're gay, I think they throw you off roofs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no. Like,
that's Sai's a dude.
Yeah,
God.
Sai's a full-on guy.
So, you know what my thing is? The thing is, no one notices that because So Zan, did you hear when I go through drive-thrus, they actually think I'm a girl?
That's funny. That's funny.
Nice.
They fucking do. I swear.
You know what also didn't help?
No. Let's go to Sai's Twitter really quick. Is there anything on sites Twitter that makes you think he's a
Motherfucker, don't you
dude?
dare.
Alright,
Don't bring up the receipts, man. Don't bring up the receipts. Come on, man. No, don't do this to me. No.
I took care of the
Don't
buy.
do
He's
it.
gone.
Okay, thank you, by the way.
Remember, he also has a redeem that makes him go tits.
So
Add
That wasn't
to
my
his
idea. That
voice.
was Diana's idea.
That was kind of a.
Diana actually
yeah,
gifted it to me,
still put it.
basically.
oh yeah,
But you still kept it.
You still made it though.
It's from Diana.
You've made it a toggle.
It's not a bad idea, okay? I'm a people pleaser, okay? I have to please the people.
I know. That's what the caller says.
Motherfucker, I swear to God, if we actually put people pleaser on the collar, I will kill you all.
So if you're
Someone did,
please. You give BJ's.
Oh, that's it. I'm
Anyways,
gone.
so you're
Are you
Come back to.
I don't know what's going on.
So I'm putting a collar on side links.
Sorry, are you offering?
No,
You said you were a people pleaser.
I am a
Yeah,
people
so-
pleaser. I said I add stuff to
I
make
want
people
it,
happy.
please.
He was followed since today, so probably about either way, ban him.
I already took care of his ass legion.
Thank
don't worry.
you.
So anyways,
Thanks,
you had a question for me?
Yes. What is a weird? Just you don't have to say it if you don't want to. But what is the weirdest DM you've gotten?
I don't actually. I actually don't get DM'd all that often,
Really?
except for people trying to get me to buy art. There was
I
one
swear,
time
I got
where
that
was
4
streaming-
times today.
Oh, you get
Yeah,
art
no.
bots too? Yeah, I get them
I
all.
got no. I got 4 different ones today.
There was a person back when I was using my old model. So you remember my old model?
Yes.
Just Saya.
Back-
premise-
back when I was
premise
my old model.
legion. I mean, I used to mod for Skya, but
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Zenfell, continue.
There was a person who joined who was a follower for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They joined in, and they probably would have. You probably would have loved them. They would have fit right in here with your community. But they were trying to get me to really like lean into the whole femboy thing.
Uh huh.
And like really trying to get me to be like very like ooh, I'm a femboy like Saya does.
Hey.
And
Basically, they wanted you to become Psy. They wanted you to become Psy.
And they were like, does the femboy have a big dick? And I was like, what?
Stop listening.
So
What the fuck?
Femboys do have the biggest dicks.
they unfollowed after I really wasn't like getting into their advances or their weird kink. But I should have sent them to you. You would have loved them.
Eh.
I mean, to be fair, us femboys we have pretty big dicks.
But I mean,
Max, you're not a femboy.
Yeah, you know.
If anything, you're a chew toy.
But that is probably the
No,
weirdest
that's.
thing I've
You know
ever
what? You're
had.
not wrong because my boyfriend does do that to me.
I actually have. I think the weirdest DM I ever got was of. So this was actually on Twitter. There was a roleplay account that followed me. It was trying to like roleplay with me in the freaking messages.
You don't
and
roleplay,
DMs.
do you?
Well, it's fucking just out of nowhere. He fucking like he didn't even say hi. He just went straight into it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the first time I met you, I could tell you're not really in the roleplay.
What are you doing in your off time, Max?
But
'Cause it sounds like you do roleplay.
yeah, I do. What about it?
To be completely honest,
I
here,
don't. What I do in my personal time is no you didn't.
yeah.
So I came in here to talk about V-Rising and stuff. I am now leaving.
No, he can't leave.
No.
Someone tie him up.
Time up.
Tie him up. He can't leave.
Get the car. Get your car out.
You can't leave now, Zen. You're stuck here. Welcome.
I will do whatever I want because you never invite me to anything.
I invite you to some stuff. To be fair, I've been dodging tornadoes this entire week. I've had to cancel like 2 streams this week.
I want to see the weather.
The weather fucking sucks this season. I swear, it's like this season and fall are the worst ones because I'm just dodging tornadoes and having to cancel left and right. It pisses me the hell off. I get so bad at this shit.
Mm-hmm. So bad. You mean so mad?
What? Yeah, it's infuriating.
You said so bad. You said bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Isn't the word mad? You get so mad at this shit.
I get mad at this shit because there's a tornado that wiped out a town yesterday, like on Monday. This whole town is obliterated.
Yeah, storm came through here last week.
Yeah, what the fuck? Storms be whack.
Was it
thing
this
I'm
week?
glad
Hold
for
on,
is the fact that I don't get tornadoes happening around where I
Speaking
live,
of-
but hurricanes are definitely a pain.
Speaking of, I have been notified there might be an aurora outside my in my night sky right now. I'll be right back.
Oh, go take a picture, please. I want to see that. I haven't really banned anyone else. Just a bot. I knew.
I was talking to Legion.
That's a bot. Thank you, Daya. Wait, we got him. We got him.
I mean, even if he wasn't a bot, he was still disrupting the.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, that's fair.
I was getting uncomfortable, but yeah, I was enjoying. I was also like to enjoy like the interaction between you and this.
Yeah, I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance.
He did not follow the warning, and now he's banned.
You get a chance with me.
So
yeah, fuck it. Yeah, but I will say this: I give everyone a chance. I give everyone a chance. I give everyone a chance. You get one chance, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, and
I'm just doing my job, man.
Plus, he was still like in my opinion, going like borderline threatening. He was kind of like going like borderline threatening too.
That's the hell.
It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I know your country. Yeah, I think everyone does.
I mean,
I think you know where you're. Yeah, I think so. Oh, like okay, never mind. Never mind.
He started getting a little creepy.
I don't mind.
Oh, dang! I should have bought that talk to her like that a long time
Really?
ago too.
Dang.
Sorry about that, Dave.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Freaking bots.
I mean, they're bots. If you ban one, another one's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's why you just keep banning. I mean, that's why I actually have the ban button. Like, if you didn't ban them, I was about to hit the button myself. I literally have buttons for that now.
Yeah, you were talking, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my job thing.
Thank you.
My mod thing, the job I am here for.
Yes.
I remember like I don't usually get those kind of DMs, but I've been like getting followed by what I am now confirming as bots, and it's just like like those humanoid like profile pictures that are just like women in like swimsuits and all that. I was like, what? I was so confused. Like, wait, why am I getting followed by these people? Like, to, try to proof check them, like try like their accounts and all that, and it's just nothing. Like, okay, that's a bot. Follow to follow, I guess.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. As I see bots, I just see them as an annoyance. If that makes any sense.
I mean,
I don't see them as anything horrible unless there's like a fuck ton of them, which gets ban. But when it's just like one or two, I just get annoyed. It's like one of those annoyances because I can't. You can't stop them. They're bots. People are gonna make new ones.
TF2 knows that experience too well.
It's gonna happen. That's literally just gonna happen. So it's like, fuck. The best I can do is just be annoyed by it, basically.
Dear, can I tell him a story about TF2 in the middle of the night?
As a streamer and a mod,
okay, so
be afraid of smashing.
So me and Red were playing TF2 in the middle of the night. We're doing our contract stuff for Halloween and all that. I kid you not, the servers are empty most of the time, but fucking bots come in the middle of the night in empty servers like all the time. I don't know why.
Can we get a remaster of TF2, please? Please.
No, you get TF2 64-bit.
You get Scout 64.
I love TF2 though. It's such a good game.
Everyone loves TF2, but Val is like,
what is the TF2 N64 port?
I don't know. But yeah, no.
When is it, Val? When is it?
Yeah, Vector, for me, when it comes to bots, when it comes to people and banning, I give one chance. Sometimes I'll give two if I think you're just being dumb, if you don't actually know what you're doing. But if it comes to like more than that, I ban. Like, I just give warnings. I like to give warnings because
you did give him warning and he didn't follow.
You get one warning basically. If you fuck up the warning, I'm sorry that you fucked up, man.
Who the fuck's talking about me?
Why are you warning?
Because I you sneeze uncontrollably when like someone's talking about you. Yeah, I just sneezed uncontrollably for a few seconds. No one's talking shit about me.
It's me.
No one was talking shit about you.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew his name.
That's
fair.
fair.
Nice talking to all of you.
Goodbye,
Zed. He did get a warning, even if he wasn't a bot.
Shit.
He still got a warning.
Goodbye, Zed. Thank you so much for being here talking about V-Rising.
Invite me to shit, asshole.
I will try to. Like, the thing is, I hope I will try to. Fucking when it comes to like
and
planning,
better not be just hot takes. I'll fucking hunt you down.
Okay, fine. The thing about it is, I would try to.
Hot takes?
I fucking my whole problem is I can't guarantee fucking streams right now because of fucking weather. Because it's mid tornado season, I can't fucking guarantee shit. Like as it is, I had to cancel on Wednesday because of storms. I had to cancel on fucking what was it? I think it was Tuesday. No,
I think it was Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday.
I think I was gonna do something on Monday and then fucking had to cancel then too because fucking tornado. Plus my mom broke her arm that day. That was not fun.
I'll say it broke your arm.
No, my mother broke her arm.
Broke my arm.
No, no. But she fell and she say arm went snap.
What? Ouchie.
Yeah, I've been busy. Also, you've been streaming earlier, so I don't know about what time you're busy anymore. Oh yeah, that's
she's talking to Zam.
Yeah, Zam. We don't.
I know it's. No.
Even
I can work around the people's schedules. Just hit me up. I am flexible.
But yeah, no one else can
I
join.
won't say that on stream, man.
It's currently full right now.
Yeah, actually, this got full really quickly this time.
Because there's Nikki, Jeep.
There's
Angel.
It's Nikki,
yes,
Jeep, Angel, Kawaii Angel, and
you nearly said Angel does.
Yeah.
It's me, Angel Dust from Hell of a. I mean, as well.
Oh gosh, Diana's flexible. Oh no, ooh woo.
Ooh. But also like isn't Inaka also
as
being
flexible as you think she is?
What the fuck?
What the?
What the fuck?
What?
What'd you just say?
I think he said you're not.
I'm
You don't
pretty
think.
sure Diana's not as flexible. I mean, I've seen her. I've been around her streams for a while. Some of them are like, holy hell, like
Victor,
very
I think,
early in
Victor,
the morning.
Victor, I think she's talking about actual being flexible.
Wait, really?
How did you not get the joke?
It was so flexible and bent over him.
Oh, I'll try and see if I will try and invite you there.
You see that thing right there?
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining us, NFL. Bye, dude.
He's advising.
But
oh my gosh.
Oh, they're going on a fucking rant like, he's not that flexible. I mean, I've seen her schedule.
Look at the busy.
I've seen her schedule. I've seen how she is.
My whole problem right now is. So my whole problem is I try to take Thursdays and Mondays off. So Tuesdays are usually I'm trying to do more solo streams. Because I'm realizing I basically do no solo streams, and I'm like I want to do more of those.
Yeah.
So I'm having to. For me, I'm relegating all Tuesdays to solo streams. That way, I can like play through games or just generally do something solo and switch up things if I want. But fucking like Wednesday is always Project Zomboid. Saturday is either Wave 4 or fucking. Hot takes. Sunday, I don't stream either because I have to work on shit, and then Monday is also a day off. So it's like, it's either Friday, which is Community Night, I have to plan as another thing, or it has to stay as Community Night, or one of the things. So the only day I can really plan anything is like, for something like a unique collab is usually Thursday.
So, question.
What?
Does Project Zomboid have an end?
Huh? Project Zomboid, does it have an end? I think when we actually extract, we may actually switch to a different game, hopefully. I'm not sure. I haven't asked them yet.
Because I didn't know if it was like forever or something, because I know Project Zomboid is one of the building-based games.
Yeah. In fact, when it comes to Project Zomboid, I don't think we'll be doing it forever. I do think I like the game, but I don't see streaming it every Wednesday forever, if that makes sense. I do see it. I do see us going until we beat it, at least by extracting or getting all eaten.
Fair.
But I don't see us playing the game forever.
I remember seeing your first stream when I first met you. You were doing a stream with Mia and Ray, you were all playing the Backrooms game.
Yeah, we were playing the background. We never finished it, unfortunately. Mostly because
it was very difficult.
well, it wasn't just that. It was also like scheduling and all this other stuff. They just made it difficult. Like, I'm gonna be honest. One of my main problems as a streamer is fucking scheduling. Because one, I'm dyslexic, and sometimes I'll miss up the actual time when I'm supposed to like stream, and I'll write it wrong on the schedule and this and that thing. It's like this whole thing. I actually I have people in a separate Discord just to fucking like look over the schedule to make sure I actually wrote it incorrectly. But yeah, it's fucking annoying because I'm like, oh no, why does this happen? Like, but no, yeah, it's just time zones, scheduling the things I can actually do because of the times I'm free to do it. So it's like, it's all
I need to get back
complicated.
into streaming. I hate that.
Honestly, though, being a solo streamer does have its perks.
Oh, it does.
I, on the other hand, yeah, I don't really.
For
I
me,
want to collab with people. It's just that I tend to have this anxiety.
So
thing.
this is a tip from me to everybody who wants to know how I schedule collabs. I don't wait for anyone to ask me to a collab. I ask if I can join. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be asked to join anything. You have to be the one asking. There are the rare occasions when you do get asked. Like, I got asked like a few days ago. I got asked to do another collab. But the thing is I don't get asked very much. I'm usually the one asking because, well, it's just how it was. It's how you start out. You have to be the one determined to do it. Basically, you know. You have to set the plan. You have to have an idea. Like, I got a collab with Ella the Gamer, and though the plans turned out we couldn't do fucking Remnant 2 because Remnant 2 is a fucking bullshit of a game where you have to download the game every single time it updates. So we did Helldivers. So, but the thing is, I still had to make the plan. I still had to ask her to do it, and then set the time specifically when we could do it. I also had to look through her things to make sure we had the similar games to play. That way we could do a collab together. So it's like, it's one of those things of you gotta be the one to initiate. So when it comes to like the social aspect of it and being like really shy, trust me, I have been there. I am one of the shyest people, trust me. When it comes to meeting new people, I am shy as could be, but when I know you, I'm like talkative as any motherfucker, but like still.
So wait, is the reason why you won't talk to me if we're just in the call together, if it's because we don't talk to each other?
No, the reason I don't talk if I'm just in general chat is because I'm tired and I'm napping.
Not EP. Well, I mean VC, but okay.
No, even in VC, that's usually me napping.
EP.
Nah, Max, you just doesn't like us at all.
No, Red said it first, and I just repeated it.
What is that?
He's just EP. Isn't that right there? He EP.
Well, yeah.
No, Max, it's not that. It's not just that. It's also because he just doesn't like us. He's in general chat with us.
Wait, no.
He just doesn't like to chat with us.
My already dying ego is already dead.
Let's go. I've been wanting to kill that.
Hey, no.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Wait, you guys had an ego?
You're not killing anything of Max's before I kill you.
Wait, what?
I'm already dead.
Hey, yo.
I'll dead you again.
I'll dead you again.
I'll give your tombstone.
You're on the second layer of hell.
I just keep going down the circles.
Welcome to second hell, bitch.
Hell to electric glue.
Oh man, what am I? Super hell, buddy, you died. But I was already in hell. Sorry, man, that's what happens when you die in hell. You go to super hell. Well, what's the difference? It's 10 degrees.
It just keeps getting worse.
We just up the temperature. That's
basically.
My body can't take the extra heat.
But it's a whole thing. Freaking, it's just, the reason I say that is because there's a lot of VTubers, I swear, most of VTubers, I'm gonna be honest, most VTubers I know are shy as fuck.
Like you?
So 95%.
100% of all of them. Legitimately 100% of all of
I think
them.
I'm going to go on a tangent for a second on like how
Fucking-
there's too many of them.
I feel like you were going to
There's
go
not.
on
So no. I will say this: it's not that there's too many of them. In my opinion, there's so many streamers out there. It doesn't matter, even if you're like the 555th cowgirl. If you just have an interesting personality, you can make it. It doesn't matter at that point. The whole point is this: if you're not interactive instead of reactive, if you're just reactive, you're not going to really do much. You're just going to be waiting for people to do things with you. And let's be honest, when you're just waiting constantly, eventually you're just going to wait for nothing. When it comes to being proactive, like, I schedule collabs, I talk to people. What the fuck, who you calling shy? I'm calling most of them shy. Because I've dealt with, okay, it might just be my personal experience, but I have dealt with a decent amount of shy VTubers. 100% of them, at least I've dealt with for a while, have been very, very shy. Like,
Don't fucking tell me like that.
oh, it's not you, but I had to help a friend who was so shy that she didn't want to do this, she didn't want to do that. I basically threw her into this situation just so she'd be a little bit more social, and she.
Was it Diane?
No.
Was it Kaya?
No.
Okay, I feel we're getting closer though.
It's,
Was it me, you?
no.
I feel like I'm getting warmer.
No, you're not. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Keeps getting the word no.
Leak your secrets, Sai.
I'm not
Leak
leaking.
them out.
No, I'm not leaking secrets.
You said her. I mean, I know you know a lot of females. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just saying.
true.
I'm not gonna say who it is.
It's a female that he personally knows.
What?
Is,
How do you-
is it,
how do
is
you
it
know this
himself?
stuff?
Go fuck
Is it
yourself.
himself?
Go fuck yourself. No.
I was told that he was personally. If you told that, it's a feeling that he personally knows. Well, who else does he know personally than himself?
The point is the fact of, I know a lot of people who are just very shy, who I've basically had to push into situations where they had to be social, and they have thanked me because they actually got to be more social, and actually started asking people to do things, you know? It's one of those things of you kind of have to break your shell for this and all this other stuff. And a lot of people, it's just difficult. That's why I tend to throw people, even if it's a little uncomfortable. Sometimes I tend to throw people into the fire because fire forges steel.
You also have to remember a lot of
throwing people into the fire is your thing.
Wait, fellas,
That's fair.
hold on. Right.
You also have to remember that there's probably a lot of people whose default mindset is that no one wants them around.
I understand. You see, I get that. I see a lot of that. So every time I collab with someone, I make sure I try to make sure they don't feel that way. And usually, if I like them as much as like I think they could do really well and all that stuff, I actually invite them before they invite me back because I really want to talk to them more. And also, it's just fun making new friends.
So run this in there. Also, my default.
Are we friends?
No,
Who the fuck are you?
you're the hired man. My best
What am
friends.
Then
No.
pay me, you son of a
You're my
bitch.
boyfriend.
No, you don't get paid. I don't
Not
pay
to
maids.
you, Max.
You're my boyfriend.
Ah.
just like how Max said that, you might boyfriend.
Well, he's the tall one. I'm the small one.
I know it makes him adorable.
I gotta be cute. I gotta be cute. If I'm small, I gotta be cute. That's the whole thing.
Wait, question. How tall are you
When
again?
you're small, you're gremlin. What are you talking about?
Question. How tall are you again?
Real life or imp?
Both actually.
Real life. I think about 5'10".
Oh, that's all that matters.
Imp form is about like 3 or 4 feet tall.
And y'all small.
No, oh look,
That's how tall imps normally are.
no, Sai is fucking like 4 for 11, right?
I think
He's
you're
not-
arguing, so.
Oh, he's got the collar.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
You didn't
but,
say no, so it's true.
It's true. But like, he's like small. He's not small in real life. Imp, I
Ow.
bet you it's the exact same size. Therefore, he's finally happy to know that he's taller than at least something. He's taller than the Max as an imp.
So my height is 4'11".
I was right. I guess it.
You're short.
Go fuck yourself.
Tiny. Fucking tiny.
I've actually,
I'm not like-
people at
I'm
work
not
have
like
actually,
a super tall imp. I'm like at least 3 or 4.
people have
inches
actually picked me up at work just to reach things.
Which is even funnier. Oh, you should just try to eat the baby.
I'm so angry about that. But I walk through with a lunch pail, and sometimes there are like kids at work because like someone's died. I'm making their tombstone. I'm making grandma's tombstone, and then some of the kids look at me and go like, "What's this? What's this kid doing? What was this kid doing in the back?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm not a kid. Fuck you." The balls broken.
Oh, his mom works here.
Oh my gosh.
His mom works here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first thing kids want to go to is their mom's work in the cemetery.
Fucking shit.
Shit. We don't judge. We don't judge him because his mom's probably too busy taking care of him to let have a babysitter. She's like making it's just some more big excuses.
I swear to God, I swear. I have a story about a cemetery. Nice.
Nice.
Is it about Stonehenge?
It's about ghosts.
Yellowstone.
Is it about Psy?
No. But no, freaking lost my.
I thought,
I don't think that's. I don't think that's a story I could put on Twitch.
I don't think that's an appropriate story for Twitch.
That's just an appropriate story for Twitch, man.
Oh,
Not
Holy
a
shit.
Twitch. Meanwhile, science.
Wait. Freaking Son of Hell can't join the V Club.
Damn.
He can't join the club. I'm so sad.
That's your first thought.
You can't join the V Club. I'm so sad.
That was your first thought.
He can't join the club. I'm sad. He can't join the V Club.
Nothing else that can start with the letter V can work. Their first thought, oh, they can't join the V Club. The fuck?
But he can't join the V Club. Oh
damn, that's a smooth one. He's gonna slide right in there, you know what I mean?
I hope he was yours now.
No.
Sorry, clean your wallet to your tight. Clean your wallet tightly to you.
What?
Clean your wallet tightly to you.
Wallet? What the fuck?
What are you saying, X?
I can't tell if he's saying wallet or wall.
Wallet. I have a lisp.
Slow down a bit, okay?
I'm also coughing terribly. Remember this.
Oh, yeah, we must remove his speaking privileges. Someone remove his throat.
Okay.
Take his neck.
Take his
throat's
neck.
gone.
Yes. Make him the headless horseman. Let's go.
Sorry, X.
No,
It was
even worse. Take his neck and put his head back on.
Hey,
Yes.
I'll still be taller than Sai. That's all that matters.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
I'll still be taller and have bigger tits than Sai. That's all that matters.
Bigger tits? Is that what you said?
I can't tell what he said.
It sounded like tits.
I'm pretty sure he said bigger tits. Yeah.
He's Doodlebob.
I said I'll be taller than Sai and have bigger tits than Sai.
Okay, yeah, he did say tits.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Shit. I forgot my question. Keep going, sorry.
Well, you said tits, and I presume that was the question.
I think I randomly said tits out of the blue.
What was I thinking?
I presumed that he had a question involving the thing called tits.
What was I thinking? I can't remember.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. That's the question.
You weren't thinking. That's the question. Not the question. That's the answer.
There goes that train.
Yep. I personally requested
Motherfucker, why?
to just give me.
Dude, what do you mean there goes that train? That train has already left a long time ago.
The train
just
has
gotta get
left
on.
the station. What?
You were just so small. You probably get on.
Are you calling me short?
Yes.
When am I not? When am I not?
Implet.
Hey, Red.
Yes.
Do me a favor.
What's that,
I need
buddy?
you to take X out back, and I need you to throw him in the river. Give him the cement. Give him the cement shoes too.
My fucking god, getting full mafia on me.
Yeah, go full mafia on him. Let's go. Let's do it.
You're just jealous of me. You're just my height.
You're gonna be sleeping with the fishes, Shay.
You told us on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You with daughter?
No.
I mean, I could pick him up pretty easily. Just yoink.
Then just pick him up, toss him in the river, ice him.
Ice.
Ice
But
him.
my thing is fire.
Ice.
Ice him.
Fine.
Sorry, you come to me.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. You know how disrespectful that is.
I'm sorry, I gotta do this because you said ice now. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Are we doing bad movie quotes now?
Hey, oi. That movie was not bad.
Oh, are you telling me the Batman movie, Batman Forever, where he pulls out the bat nipples and the bat credit card is a good movie?
No, bat nipples. Can we get down the record?
First off, what are you going to use to defend that shit?
They were separate movies. They were
Separate movies,
separate
really?
movies.
Really?
First
How are
off,
they separate movies?
Yes. The credit card came from Batman and Robin.
Yeah, which was also with... Okay, Batman Forever had Batman, it had Robin, it had Batgirl, it had Bane, it had Mr. Freeze, it had Poison Ivy.
That's
Go
Batman
look it up.
and Robin. That is Batman
fuck
Robin.
you, no.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever had Jim Carrey and fucking what's that guy who played Agent K in Man in Black? I forgot his name.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Wait,
yes.
but the problem is the movie you're referring to is still Batman and Robin. You're not referring to Batman Forever.
It's not. It is not. I'm referring to Batman Forever. I rewatched them. I own those movies. I know what I'm talking about.
It wasn't in Batman Forever. She was in Batman and Robin.
Exactly.
He uses the bat nipples to cut glass.
The bat nipples were also the bat nipples were also in Batman and Robin. Plus, the freezing pun was done by Mr. Freeze.
I know it was.
Then why are you talking about Batman Forever? Why are you talking about Batman Forever? It was in Batman and Robin.
No, you're gonna cut the glass with the exact same movie.
So I just tuned back into the conversation. All I heard was using his nipples to break glass.
So what happened is this. X is talking about fucking. He made one of the fucking Mr. Freeze puns, and that's in Bat. It was. Okay, who made the pun then? Who made the pun?
I made the pun.
Who made the pun?
I made the pun.
You made the pun, but it's for Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Batman Forever.
Because I thought that was the same movie. I thought it was for Batman Forever, but it's actually for Batman and Robin.
I was separating them.
But they're both still bad movies.
Yeah. They're bad movies. Batman Forever.
To today's standard, yes, they're bad movies.
Batman and Robin is a bad movie. I will say this though. The actor for Batman and Robin, in my opinion, is a decent Batman. George Clooney is a decent Batman, in my opinion. I don't hate him as Batman. The problem, so this is my problem. I don't hate George Clooney as Batman. I hate the fact that he got a really bad Batman movie. I think if you gave George Clooney a decent movie to be Batman in, he'd do very well as Batman.
Yeah, but didn't he show up in The Flash as well?
Yes, but we don't talk about The Flash, do we?
No, he did not.
He did. He was in the post-credit scene.
No, that's post-credit scene.
He's still in the movie. But gosh, yes, he was in the movie as the new cinematic universe Batman. Apparently.
Hold on, remove his ears. Now it's just man.
Yeah. Now it's just him. Apparently, George Clooney is the new Batman for the cinematic universe. Apparently.
What happened to Ben Affleck?
They got rid of him.
No, damn. No, on my side, Max was hanging out, so I didn't hear anything he said.
He asked about what they did with Ben Affleck, and I'm like, they got rid of him. They replaced him with George Clooney, just like they're replacing fucking the guy. Why am I forgetting? Why am I blanking on his name right now? The guy who played Superman. They're replacing him with a new guy. Henry Cavill. They're replacing Henry Cavill with a new Superman, and I'm like, why? Henry Cavill was like perfect as Superman. You just need to give him a good Superman movie.
Yeah.
I swear.
I mean, wasn't Man of Steel
what?
Man of Steel was a decent movie, but then it led into Batman v Superman, which led into Justice League, and at that point, it's like, what the fuck?
You know what? Fair.
Yeah, so like, wasn't because it was tied to those. It wasn't like you can't really say it's a good movie because of what it was tied into.
Yeah.
On its own, yeah, it's a good movie. But
on its own,
because of what it's tied to.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
But that's
basically it's like getting dragged down.
Yeah, it gets dragged down because when it's connected, it's like this. It's like having the Fellowship of the Ring be good movies, but about the other two Lord of the Rings movies being bad. It would just drag the Fellowship of the Ring down at that point. You know, it'd be like, why watch the Fellowship if the ending is just awful? That's what happened with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was great for like several seasons, and the ending was so shit it killed anyone basically talking about that series anymore. The only thing they talk about it now is because they want the same popularity it had. That's it. That's the only reason they compare it to anything now. Other than that, they don't compare it to anything else. They don't compare the writing to anything else like that. They don't compare the acting. They don't compare anything else to Game of Thrones. They just want the popularity aspect of Game of Thrones and nothing else. Game of Thrones died as soon as season 8 came out, apparently. It's amazing to see a franchise that was basically the talk of everything for so long get killed with one season. To the point no one even talks about it anymore. It's impressively bad.
It was the talk of the town, and one season fucked it up for everything. For everyone.
One fucking season managed to kill it so hard that everyone just collectively stopped caring.
For what?
Game of Thrones.
Flash? Oh.
Everyone hated The Flash because of the leading actor.
Everyone hates The Flash because of the lead actor. And the movie wasn't great, let's be honest. The movie's not great either.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the TV show.
Oh, no. The Flash TV... So, what happens, in my opinion, with CW is they go for a formula and they don't do anything else. The problem is the formula got stale. I watched up until like season 4, and then I got bored of it because I'm watching the same thing over and over again. Like Savitar, Zoom, Reverse Flash. They were really interesting characters. Then you go to the Thinker, and he's decently good. And then you go to Cicada and whoever comes afterwards, because season 5 is like where I just stopped. Because I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to any of the CW shows, oh yeah, they butchered him the first time they did him too, which is they still butchered him. I swear to God, Godspeed is such an interesting character, and they still butcher him somehow. I don't know how they do it. It's so dumb. But my whole thing when it comes to superhero stuff, especially when it comes to CW, is they're good for like 4 seasons at best. The 5th season's usually where everything drops off, or like 3rd season's where everything starts dropping off, but it's still somewhat good for another 2 seasons, and then it's just dead.
Yeah. But like for me, I watched it. Well, I also kind of dropped it out as well. But I liked the actor for The Flash. I liked him.
Oh, you mean Grant Gustin?
Yes, he was great.
Yes, he is the Flash in my opinion. He has the mannerisms of the Flash. He's witty like the Flash. And generally, he acts like Flash. Then you go to Ezra Miller, and then you're like, ew.
Yeah, especially for like all the things he's done. Like that is not my Flash.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like whenever you think of actors now, especially when it's done to superheroes, you kind of tie the superhero in with the actor now. Like when you think of Iron Man, do you think of anyone else, or do you think of Robert Downey Jr.? Or when do you think of Robert Downey Jr., do you just go to Iron Man? Because everyone thinks Iron Man.
Yeah.
And fucking, like, Captain America's the same way. Fucking, it's the guy who played Thor. It's like, those characters are kind of, like, intertwined with their, they're intertwined with their actors in a weird way. Which is interesting in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of But
and then when you talk about like Batman, you think like, oh, which one you want, a good one or a bad one?
yeah, you kind of have to put it that way, because I think the problem with Batman is there's so many live action Batman. Because you have Christian Bale, you have Robert Pattinson, you have Ben Affleck, you have fucking like George Clooney, you have a lot of these actors who all played Batman.
Yeah.
Some of them were good, some of them weren't, but the point is there's so many Batmen. You can't really name it to one.
Which one?
Yeah, you had to ask which one. For Iron Man, there was one live action Iron Man movie. And it was Iron Man.
Well, technically there was 3.
So the point is there's only one actor who plays Iron Man.
Yeah.
So whenever you think of Iron Man, you think of Robert Downey Jr. You don't think of anyone else.
Yeah.
When it comes to Captain America, there's one guy who played Captain America. Well, actually, there actually wasn't old Captain America movies. I can't say that actually. But whenever you think of most Captain America, you're gonna think of the new one.
Yeah.
But my point is when it comes to
the new one. You mean Falcon?
No, you don't. We don't think of him as Captain America. I'm sorry. As much as people try to push him as Captain America, he's not Steve Rogers. Let's be honest.
Well, at least he's already black.
What?
The thing about that is that like Marvel nowadays is trying to use like the comics as like a crutch for like the newest projects, because now that Stan Lee's gone, who was helping them out, like make like the movies like significant and all that.
I'm gonna be honest. This is just my thought, but the cinematic universe for Marvel should have ended the moment Endgame happened. They should have just ended it. The problem is they didn't end it. They just wanted to milk it for as long as they can. So now they're dealing with the situation of what they're dealing with right now, which is everyone's tired of Marvel movies because right now there is no plan, nothing feels connected, everything feels so jumbled up, and at the same time, no one cares. No one cares about any of the new characters. They like the old characters, but all the old characters are killed off, and you fail to make us care about any of the new characters.
Some are killed off.
Some are killed off, but then again, those are the ones are Iron Man, Captain America, and let's see.
Black Widow.
Black Widow's dead.
Black Widow's very dead.
Black Widow's very dead. She's not coming back.
That's technically
Hawkeye went into retirement. The only two that are still around that are from the OG movie are Hulk and Thor. And that's it. And Thor Love and Thunder was awful.
Hulk technically, you could say technically got replaced by She-Hulk.
Technically,
and that was
awful.
You even made Red shudder.
So the point about it is this: most Marvel stuff nowadays is trying to get us into new heroes to replace the old ones. The problem is the new ones just aren't written as good as the old ones were, and not to mention the fact is. Yeah. They just didn't end it. They should have just ended it. Let's be honest. They kept it going too long. They milked the cash cow too much. And now the cash cow is not making much money and they're fucking failing on it. But that's the whole here and there thing. I don't mind a lot of the new stuff. Like the Spider-Man movies that came out after Endgame, in my opinion, were great. I liked No Way Home and I liked, Far From Home. Those two weren't bad movies in my opinion. But you go from stuff like that to the Captain Marvel movies and then anything else like that, and you just kind of like, okay, why am I watching all these again? Because it used to be there was a purpose. You'd get an Avengers movie. You get an Avengers movie to tie it all together, and then there's no Avengers movie in I don't know how long, and they keep planning on the Kane one, but the problem is they keep rescheduling it and then pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and keep putting out newer and newer movies, and like. It's not going to lead to another Avengers. I'm going to be honest.
We do have a chance for survival. Deadpool 3.
No. You know what's gonna? You know why it's not gonna save it? Because it doesn't care to. All it cares to is at this point it's literally just a side movie. In my opinion, most Marvel movies after Endgame has just been side movies to kind of hold everything together. There hasn't been a continuation of the main story, which, let's be honest, the main story was always leading to Thanos. There's nothing to
because every after credit scene involved Thanos in some way, shape, or form.
There's nothing leading us into the next Avengers movie. There's no hint of the big bad. There's no hint of anything. And because there's no hint of anything, there's nothing to look forward to. Like when it was like Captain America Civil War to like Avengers Endgame, you were like, okay, Thanos is coming. Fucking that's cool. And then like all these other movies kept saying something was happening. What happened here? What happened there? Fucking Thanos is here. Thanos is there. You know, like what the hell's going on? But the problem is those movies led into that. But when it comes to after that, they haven't really led into anything. Like Shang-Chi, like they don't lead into each other like they used to. They don't feel like they're connected. More they're disconnected than anything else.
Yeah. Another problem is they already got rid of the ultimate big bad.
Yeah, they already got rid of the ultimate big bad. Like
they got rid of Kang in like the dumbest way possible.
You know what they should have done? They should have gotten rid of Thanos, and the next big bad should have been Doom.
I would have loved Doom.
I want a good live-action Victor Von Doom, please.
I mean, you can't like the only I tell you the only two live-action Victor Von Dooms we've had was one from 2005 and I think it was 2005.
Oh, what about before Doom?
Yeah.
And then the terrible live action one.
Yeah. The fucking.
I personally like the one like the Fantastic Four like from the early 2000s.
Yeah, the early 2000s ones were okay.
They weren't bad, but my whole problem with them is Victor Von Doom.
Could have been better.
My problem is Victor Von Doom wasn't Victor Von Doom, if that makes sense. He wasn't the comic Victor. He was a comic Victor Von Doom. He was just Victor Von Doom who owned like a company, and I'm like, Victor Von Doom doesn't own a company. He's a fucking world leader. He leads Latveria, a nation. He's basically a king in a weird way.
He really has his own army.
He is a king. He studies magic.
But he's still a scientist, though.
He's a scientist,
but he's also a mage because he knows magic.
Yeah, he's a dark mage sorcerer who's also a scientist who went to school with Reed Richards, which is where they kind of have their little bit of a rivalry.
Yeah,
but his origins are interesting. But the thing is, they didn't do that. They sanitized him by making him like the leader of a company. I'm like, what the fuck?
Him a generic bad guy.
They made him a generic bad guy when Victor Von Doom is anything but generic. He's
literally the main villain of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and not to mention, he's in some continuities, he's gone toe-to-toe with the Avengers themselves. He's killed Thanos several times. It's not like he's a walk in the park for anybody. And he's not like he's one-dimensional either. He in a weird way, he has a weird love triangle between Sue Storm and fucking Reed Richards. Because Victor likes Sue and Reed likes Sue, and Sue will like, Doom sometimes, and then they'll like Reed Richards sometimes. It's interesting.
Hell, even in the first Ultimate Marvel game, which was like a Diablo-like game, we played with 4 characters.
I love that game, by the way.
It's a great game. Victor Von Doom was the first big bad in the game.
Yeah, Victor Von Doom was a great big bad.
Yeah, he was.
He even destroyed what are those big bald guys called?
Watchers.
The Watchers, yeah, in Marvel Heroes or whatever.
Yeah, he took
another Diablo-like game.
Yeah, he took Ultimate Alliance.
The Watcher.
Ultimate Alliance is the Avengers game we wanted before Avengers came out, and then it's the Avengers game everyone wants. It's a top-down Diablo-style game where you get to play as all the Avengers fighting against like Victor Von Doom, or in the second one you're playing the Civil War, and I think in the third you're fighting like a bunch of the villains. I can't remember. I never played the third, unfortunately, because it was only on Switch.
The first one was Doom. The second one was just Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
And the third one is I'm assuming is Thanos because
It was Thanos.
It was Thanos. Was it Thanos?
Yeah.
It was Thanos and his son.
Oh, okay. Thanatos.
Wait. Thanos had a son?
Okay,
Yeah,
so in certain
comics, he did have a son.
In certain continuities, he has a son, and his name is Thanatos, and he hates his father with a passion. He's actually usually a good guy, but the problem is he sometimes gets power hungry. Like as soon as he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, he gets a little power mad, or the power corrupts him a bit. But other than that, Thanatos is actually kind of an interesting character because in a lot of continuities, he doesn't want to be his father and actually hunts and tries to kill his father multiple times.
On several, we do mean several occasions.
In the way, I kind of compare Thanatos.
However,
if I had to compare him to another character from comics, I would compare Thanatos to Mr. Miracle.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Thanatos and Mr. Miracle?
Yes.
They're both descendants of gods.
So, this is going back into DC Universe, but Darkseid has a son called Mr. Miracle. Mr. Miracle doesn't like anything Darkseid does and actively tries to escape Apocalypse. He's basically the world's greatest escape artist. He has left Apocalypse, and I mean left Apocalypse, which is very, very hard to do. You don't just do that. It's basically hell as a dimension, and he has escaped that shit multiple times.
Oh no, hell is a planet. Hell is a planet.
In a sense, yeah, hell is a planet in fucking DC Universe.
Well, War World, if you want to be lore accurate.
But wait, I thought he was traded with the other planet that
So
War World's at.
That's the thing is, it was a bit of a trade-off. So, Mr. Miracle was actually the son of Highfather, who was a new god, and the new gods and Darkseid don't like each other. They basically war a lot. So to keep peace between the gods, basically, they had a son trade. You know, he adopts his son, he adopts their son. Next thing you know, they're family, so they don't fight each other. But the problem is, Mr. Miracle doesn't like Darkseid, and you know, it's a whole thing. You know, they don't like each other. So they try to, you know, not kill each other via that, but then they end up killing each other. It's a whole thing. But the point is, Mr. Miracle is a very interesting character because he's basically actively fighting against his lineage and who his father is. Because let's be honest, Mr. Miracle was technically raised by Darkseid, so it's not like Darkseid isn't his father. He still calls him father the entire time. It's a whole thing. But it's like I don't like you, and he's like, I don't like you either, son. But you're still mine, and I will fight for you to come back to my side half the time. The thing is this: I can't say Darkseid is that bad of a father. I mean, he's a really shit guy. I will admit, he's a shit dude, and he's definitely a dictator. But in some continuities, he does treat his kids well. I have to admit.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have multiple kids.
He does. He does.
He may be a shit guy, but at least he knows like what he's fighting for.
Darkseid, fuck.
Darkseid ain't that bad. Yeah. Change my mind.
But yeah, Darkseid may be evil, but he still cares about the people.
I know I want the anti-life equation, but I still love my kids. So
yeah.
He also attended Superman's funeral.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Although I think
Superman sacrificed himself to kill Darkseid in the comics. He attended because he was a worthy adversary.
No, so Darkseid didn't kill him. It was Doomsday that kills him.
Yeah, Doomsday fucking murdered his ass.
Yeah, Darkseid hasn't actually killed Superman. The only ones who you said Darkseid killed Superman.
You said Darkseid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said Darkseid first, and then you changed it.
Yeah.
But still, so like to Darkseid, Superman was a worthy adversary.
Why?
Probably one of the few people worthy of him.
Thank you.
I mean,
that's new.
We have seen an instance where Superman doesn't hold back and just beats the ever-living hell out of Darkseid.
So let me put this away real quick. So Superman and Darkseid hate each other. with a very vivid passion, because those two piss each other off in ways it's honestly insane how much
It's
these two
kind of
piss
like
each
the
other off.
Batman and Joker.
No, not even close.
basically.
The one who has that sort of relationship is Lex Luthor and Superman. Darkseid just pisses him off because
They're the same characters.
Darkseid and Lex Luthor are not the same characters.
No, but you use Superman still.
They use they don't like Superman. They're bad.
Look, could
He's the same. It's the same thing with Batman and
They don't like Superman for
Darkseid.
different reasons.
Like so.
They don't like Superman for different reasons. Okay.
Yeah. So the point about it is the arch enemy of Superman, who I always think of, is Lex Luthor, not Darkseid. Darkseid is just
Darkseid's
the
kind of like Thanos, where he like likes everyone.
he hates Batman. He hates Wonder Woman. He hates any of the Justice League. Like if anything,
he hates everyone.
he does. And in my opinion, I think Darkseid is the Justice League's antagonist. So it's like a group antagonist, if that makes sense. Like Wonder Woman will always have like
arch enemy.
Yeah. So it'd be like Batman has his Joker, Superman has his Lex Luthor, but the Justice League has its Darkseid.
And Ultron, because there's Brainiac.
Brainiac is kind of a he's more
Brainiac
of a,
is a
he's kind of a he's more of a Superman villain.
Yeah, but he's a world level threat.
True.
Literally defeat Darkseid.
True, but Superman basically just takes him on his own and still beats him.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's only when it gets too far.
So
is when it's just a problem.
This is my problem with a bunch of comics is they don't usually keep power consistent, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to Marvel comics, like you'll have this problem where like the Red Skull is either treated as a Saturday night cartoon villain or he's treated as an Avengers level threat. Or like Doctor Doom is also treated like that. So is Thanos. Ultron. Yeah, sometimes he's treated as nothing more than a play tool for like hell. Even I think one of the latest comics, Red Skull's actually using Ultron like an AI in his computer that he downloaded.
Avengers Twilight. Yeah, I know the comic you're talking about. Yeah.
So like I think Red Skull's actually like the main villain of the Avengers at that point.
He is.
And I'm like, I kind of like this Red Skull, but my point about it is when it comes to like supervillains in comics, it varies on power scaling, if that makes sense.
But the question is he still an Avengers villain, or is he just Captain America's villain?
He is a Captain America's villain who has become the main villain. That's what my thing is. Like, just because you're a villain for a superhero doesn't mean you can't be a villain for the Justice League or anything else like that.
That's what I mean. Like, that's kind of what Brainiac becomes most of the time.
Yeah, but he's mostly a Superman villain. Like Brainiac is usually the one who destroys Krypton, or the one who is like, or he's an AI built from Krypton. Like he's usually from Superman, if that makes sense. Like he was
like history of
that. The animated series, right? That did that.
Yeah, the anime series made him an AI, but most of the time, but a lot of times it's usually Brainiac who destroys Krypton in one way or another.
Or like stole a city from Krypton.
Or stole a city from Krypton, yeah. But the point is like when it comes to Superman, Brainiac's more of a Superman villain. But the point is, it's one of those things that Brainiac will go and fight with Batman, he'll go and fight with Superman. But when it comes to most things, when it comes to like big events or anything like that, anyone could really be the villain. Hell, the Joker's been the villain sometimes for like the Justice League. Fucking Lex Luthor has been the villain for the Justice League sometimes. Like it varies on who they want to be the villain at that point.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He's actually joined the Justice League.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That too.
So the thing with Lex Luthor, which makes him interesting, motherfucker. So why did that fucking happen? Damn, that's why. But the thing about what makes Lex Luthor interesting is he's mostly about ego, which is the antithesis of Superman. Superman doesn't do it for ego; he does it because it's the right thing. But Lex Luthor does it because he wants the fame, the attention, the glory that Superman has.
He wants to be as popular as Superman is.
He wants to be
by his own means.
He wants to be the symbol that Superman represents, but he wants to gloat about it as well. Well, Superman doesn't want to be the symbol. He just wants to help. Like it's the purity of an intention versus the impurity of that intention's. Like, you know, it's the wanting the same goal, but the reasons for wanting the goal are different. It's very interesting.
Speaking of Ego, what does Ego, the living planet, fall under?
Ego, the living planet, usually falls under a Guardians of the Galaxy villain. He doesn't usually he doesn't threaten the planet usually that much. I'd say I would say like the main villains that usually threaten the like Avengers or the Justice League are, when it comes to the Justice League, is usually either Brainiac, Darkseid, the Crime Syndicate, which is like an evil version of the Justice League.
Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom, which is usually
the Legion of Doom was the one that was the opposite of the Justice League.
There's two opposites. There's the actual villain group, which is the Legion of Doom, and then it's the Ultimate Dimension's Crime Syndicate.
Right, Dimension 3. Yeah,
Dimension 3, the Crime Syndicate, with like Ultraman, Owlman, all this other shit. Johnny Quick. Yeah, Power Woman, it's all this stuff. But when it comes to that, those are like the Justice League. But when it comes to Avengers, like Red Skull's a villain that can fight the Avengers. Ultron, Loki, Doctor Doom, Galactus a lot actually.
Galactus a lot, yeah. Even though he does fight Fantastic.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four and him don't go too well, but he really does not like the Avengers. But
he's kind of like Darkseid. He hates everyone.
Yeah, but then again, mostly because he's hungry. He just eats planets, and they don't let him eat.
Most gods, technically.
Yeah.
Well, not like Darkseid just hates people. Galactus is technically just hungry, and the Avengers, Fantastic Four, heck, even sometimes like the whole Marvel universe stops Galactus because they don't want their planet to be eaten.
Bro, I mean, if the answer is trying to stop me from destroying their fucking home, I mean, I'm going to be pissed too.
Exactly. See, so if anything, he doesn't hate Earth. He doesn't always target Earth because he's like, oh, I hate this planet because they all are.
No, he's just like nom.
He's like, oh, I'm hungry. I want a snack. Hey,
there was one instance where he hated Earth, and that was in the zombie universe.
Well, duh. I think they tried to infect him with a zombie virus, and he was like,
no, they ate Silver Surfer, and then he looked down and he's like, you fucking just ate my.
You ate my Harold, you dick. What the hell?
You ate my butler. What the fuck?
What the fuck? You ate my chef.
That doesn't really count because, technically the planet's already dead.
And then they ate him and then have
himself.
What's Galactus' power again?
He just eats shit.
No. Like
cosmic. He's cosmic.
Yeah, that's what they get.
Cosmic. That's not really a Galactus thing. Like multiple heroes have cosmic powers.
Yeah, but he gives it to Silver Surfer, so that means he has the power of cosmic.
So the point about cosmic powers and this is a weird tangent about comics. I don't even like comics as much as I used to. I used to love comics.
Like a lot of people would say that.
The thing about comics nowadays is I've realized one thing that kind of makes me wish that comics would do, and that's fucking end. I swear.
Yeah, I think we talked about this the other day when
that makes
people who own
Invincible, Spawn, and all that. Do you? So my question to you: do you find Demon Slayer boring because it ends?
Yes.
You're an idiot. You're just straight up an idiot. You're just straight up wrong. Fucking hot take right now. Fucking hot take right now. Fuck this shit. When things don't end, I get bored because there is no point in reading it if it's just continuously the same thing every single time. I want there to be an ending. The reason fucking Batman Arkham Knight story I liked is because it ended Batman and then they killed him in Suicide Squad, which made me mad.
I don't understand why they brought it back in the first.
They wanted the name They wanted the Arkham series as the name.
I know that, but I mean, it's like, Batman came out of the shadows thanks to Superman. I thought he was hiding so he could protect everyone else.
He was.
That makes no fucking sense.
That's the point. But the point about it is this: is when things don't end, they get stale because it's just the same thing over and over again. And also, it's just hard to keep track of now. Because now, whenever you read a Batman comic, you have to ask who wrote the comic, which writer was during it. Was it this guy's run? Was it that guy's run? Whose run was this? And then after a while, you're just like, can we just not? Like, can we just end it, please? because like when I read fucking Bleach, I can finish it. I can move on to something else. I'm not stuck reading the same thing, and there's always more variety because there's new stuff coming out that I'm interested in.
It was funny, they could end the main series of DC and Marvel and just could do one of the many multiverses that they have under their belt.
The thing is that that'd be just a little bit more interesting than just keeping the mainline series going for as long as it has. It's been going for more than 50... It's been going more than 100 years now at this point. The problem is this. When everything just keeps going and going and going, eventually you're just getting bored of it. Like, let's be honest. Are you gonna watch every single show and read every single comic from Batman?
To hell no.
No one's gonna. And then eventually you're like, am I reading this person's Batman or this person's Batman? And then you get so many takes on Batman that's like, is this character this way? Is it character that way? Does he care about this? And then he contradicts himself next time. It's like holy crap. It's a lot to keep track of.
Because like Dark Knight Batman is not the same as like Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, Dark Knight Batman's not the same as Ben Affleck Batman. But then again, you could also go to a bunch of the comic Batmans where he's abusive to the Robins, and then next you know he's the lovingest father ever. You know, it's like holy shit.
Rock and roll.
Or yeah, it's like holy crap. That's a whiplash there, ain't it?
Rock and roll is the source of demons.
It's a whole thing. It's just I just
the
think
funny thing is the people who wrote that comic actually like rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Batman, can you pass the mustard?
Batman passes the mustard.
Batman passes the mustard and slaps Robin. But that's my point. You get so many different takes on Batman. It's like, am I reading Batman the way it was intended? Or am I just reading this person's interpretation of Batman? But that's my problem. It's like, when it comes to Demon Slayer, I can read Demon Slayer. I don't have to ask whose Demon Slayer this is. I don't ask who wrote it. I know the person who wrote it. I know this is their work. And when it ends, and I can move on to something else.
Which side is this?
Yeah, what the fuck? This is only one silence. There's one silence.
Is this written by Zack Snyder or written by Disney?
Please
don't let Disney write for me. I don't want Disney coming anywhere near me, please.
Oh, so this is a terrible side. Can we trade them for like a better side?
No. But
I want a better side.
I am the best.
This one's not femboy enough.
This is the side made by Pixar.
Fuck you.
Oh.
So does that mean he has a dump truck ass?
Maybe.
Damn.
No, he doesn't.
People upgrades.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. The dump truck is on the front side. His dump truck's on the front side.
So what, he's eating tits?
He's
eating tits?
No, he's meeting you downstairs.
Oh.
I meant his Glock.
Okay.
But the whole point about it is just, I feel like eventually Batman and all these other characters should have an ending. But the problem is they have it in their heads that they just have to keep going and going and going. And honestly, I think that limits comics more than anything else. Because think about it. Because when it comes to like manga, I can read news stories all the time. There's new stories coming out constantly. When it comes to comics, it either has to be a Spider-Man, it has to be a Batman, it has to be a Superman, it has to be an Iron Man. You know, it has to be these characters, and I can't write. I could write about a new character.
Isn't it like also the same few companies releasing comics?
Yeah, some of the newest comics I actually liked reading. I liked reading Invincible, and I like this new character called Radiant Black. He's actually really cool characters. So, I wouldn't want any other side. No, thank you, Red Kyle. But that's my thing. Like, if there was like 3 versions of me,
one who's high.
Like, would you start questioning why you're watching one or the other? You know, yeah, it's one of those things of it gets confusing, hard to follow, and it's like I'd rather just one version of it. And it's not like I hate the other versions. I like some of the decent takes on Batman. Some of them are like very very wild and out there, and I really like them. But let's be honest. After a while, it's just it's the same shit. Eventually, it's the same shit. Batman has key features that have to happen to him. He has to have his parents killed. He has to have this, that, and the other. But the problem is it's the same thing. Sometimes he'll change up the person behind the mantle, but other than that, it's still always Batman. And I'm like, can we get like a story based in like, I don't know, medieval, like, I don't know, just something more interesting, like
Flashpoint?
Yeah, like when it comes to like manga, I read Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's over. I go read something else. And then the writer can move on to a different story altogether and make an entirely new thing, and he doesn't have to be stuck on Batman, or he doesn't have to be stuck on the Justice League. He can literally write what he wants to write without being stuck on those specific characters. And the company, and the company doesn't get so hung up on those characters that they are free to change it and do anything else. I think X left.
Huh? Oh, oops.
X is dead. No!
I guess he couldn't talk anymore.
Probably. Hopefully he feels better. Elon got him. Oh no. I knew it was only a matter of time. Oh no, he's back. Hello.
It's been freed from the hands of Elon.
We thought Elon took you, man.
Elon took you.
Anyway, in terms of Marvel,
Discord,
I would like to see a little bit more of just Doctor Doom when he's not being a villain. Like, I want to see more of his origins.
Like Magneto.
Not just what we just saw.
Like, Magneto's technically the leader of our nation. He leads Genosha.
Yeah. He's also a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
At least in Dark Phoenix, we see a bit of Magneto in Genosha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have not seen Doctor Doom in Latveria.
Yeah, not even once. But the thing is, I just wish they'd actually have endings. My problem is, it seems like here in the States or anywhere in the West, they don't do endings. They just do it continuously, new interpretations, continuing the story on and on and on it goes. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Sometimes if you keep things going on too long, you'll run it to the ground, and then it'll just tarnish its legacy. Like, the reason I think Avatar The Last Airbender is looked so fondly of is because it ended at the right time. It ended at the peak of its hype. It peaked, and then it ended. And it didn't continue it until they did Legend of Korra.
And the live action.
Yeah, and then, well, no one likes the live action.
I mean, credit credit's due. At least Legend of Korra is more of its own story.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's more of its own story, and it doesn't.
It's a sequel series. Yeah, my thing is, it's a sequel series, and it's more of its own thing. But that's cool. Like, when it comes to Avatar: The Last Airbender, it ended, and then they were able to make a sequel off of that, which still makes it feel more unique because they did an entirely new setting for it. They pushed it forward. You know, it's still interesting. But my thing about it is this. When it comes to Batman, we don't get stuff like that. We don't get like a Legend of Korra for Batman. We just get Batman again. You know? That's what we get.
That's why I feel like if they do end it all, they should just let people do their own things with it. Like their own like crazy versions of Batman.
Honestly, I think they should. But the other point about it is just...
Or anything like that.
Well, my whole point is, it's just... Can we get other characters being made besides having to force them in? Like, usually when you introduce a new character nowadays, they have to be introduced within, like, a Spider-Man, or they have to be introduced in someone else's comic to even give word to their own comics, basically. Until they get, like, permission to make an entirely new comic series, in which case... Sometimes they're good, other times you get something like Snowflake. No joking, that's actually her name.
I remember that person.
That was a very, very bad idea.
That was a very dark time.
Yeah. But that's my whole problem is when it comes to comics.
Snowflake.
Yeah.
Snowflake and what was his name? Like a gender neutral.
It was Safe Space.
Safe Space, that's it.
But my whole criticism is when it comes to my opinion, The reason I think manga is a little bit better is because I'm constantly fed something new and something interesting. Like, I can go from Demon Slayer to Chainsaw Man, and from Chainsaw Man, I can go into something like Danmachi, which is how to pick up girls in a dungeon. And then I can go from Danmachi, and I can go to Bleach, and I can go from Bleach to Berserk. You know, it's one of those things of, when the story ends, I can leave and go to another story. The problem is I can't leave the story without feeling like I didn't actually have an ending to the story from Batman, because it'll just continue on. You know, they just don't end.
I want to read Berserk again.
It's not done yet. I really hope it finishes.
Yeah, DC, Marvel, if you're listening, you're probably not. You should probably just end the main series and just let people do their own things.
I'm gonna be honest. The reason they don't end this main series is because A, it makes them too much money. But also, the writers they have nowadays just kind of don't want to make anything new. I honestly think it's a weird situation right now, because it comes to Marvel's situation. It's like they make high budget movies, but everyone's so tired of the superhero craze because it's been going on for as long as it did, and they had a perfect ending and they just kept going. So now it feels like instead of them writing a story that everyone can want to read or watch, it feels more like a squeezing a cash cow now. Yep. Which is not great.
I mean, you can go ahead out. My coughing's getting worse.
Oh, yeah, feel better, dude. Go take a nap.
Go take a nap.
Go take a nap, dude.
I just did. I took a nap maybe before the stream started.
Oh, well, go take a nap.
I'm feeling good still.
Yeah. You all have a good stream.
Bye,
have
dude.
fun.
Good night.
Good night.
Remember reading a new side.
Yeah.
Good night. But yeah, you get my point. It feels like they're squeezing a cash cow more than they're making a story people want to read. And I think that's the problem I have with comics, at least in the United States.
The funny thing
is,
it's
a bit of a problem when it comes to like manga and anime as well. I mean, yeah, sure, it can be a bit of a cash. I mean, sure, they're kind of like squeezing a franchise dry, but
so
it usually depends on how well the first edition or first episode is.
I will say you're right.
There are animes like Jujutsu Kaisen or Dragon Ball that pretty much left a very amazing impression.
Yeah.
And then we have anime like Boku no Pico and Redo of the Healer.
Hold on. What's the matter, dear?
I'm sorry, I've been zoned out for like the past 30 minutes.
The very...
It's okay, dear. We just talking about
did he wake you up with Boku no Pico?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hey, what I'm basically saying is that
oh my god.
What I'm basically saying is that it usually depends on the first. It usually depends on the first part of the story that determines whether it is a good investment or whether it should just die day one.
You know what? I will agree with you, because when it comes to, I can name 2 manga that are kind of like the American style, where it just keeps going and going, and that would be Dragon Ball and Naruto. Because when it comes to Naruto, you start with Naruto, then you get to Naruto Shippuden, and then you get to Boruto. When it comes to Dragon Ball, you go from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, then you go to Dragon Ball either GT or Super. I didn't like GT, so I usually skip GT to go to Super. But that's my point. It was like, out of those 2, those are like the rare exceptions, because when it comes to something like Demon Slayer, as soon as they're done with Demon Slayer, it's done. Like, there's not another series of Demon Slayer, it's just over. And when it comes to something like Bleach, it's once it's done, it's done. They're not making more Bleach, if that makes sense. They're not doing a sequel series to it. And honestly, I think doing a sequel series to Naruto was the biggest mistake of that entire thing. Like, you could have just ended Naruto Shippuden on the last movie with him being happy with Hinata as his wife, and I think everyone would have been so much better. But no, you kept it going with Boruto. You should have never done that. You should have just started up an entirely new series, in my opinion.
Bleach 2 Clorox edition.
No.
Oh.
Yes, Clorox edition. Let's go.
What was that one chemical you were never supposed to mix with bleach?
Don't wait. Just don't say it on stream, just in case Twitch get mad.
Oh right, yeah, you're streaming. Oh god.
Yeah, don't tell me that.
Streaming.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't mention that then.
Yeah, please don't.
I'm sorry, but my brain is fried.
It's okay.
I totally forgot you were streaming.
That's understandable.
But hey, at least you now got Bleach too.
You see, that's how Community Night works. We're having so much fun that we basically don't even know we're streaming, and that's how it should be.
But yeah, that's pretty much like I said. For every Dragon Ball, there's a Boku no Pico, and for every Naruto, there's a redo of a healer.
But for every Spider-Man, you get what was it? The Clone Saga.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it'd be like Dragon Ball, but you get a GT almost every 3 times or so. Like there'll be 1 run, 2 run. It'd be like getting Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, another Dragon Ball Z, and then another GT.
You know what's funny?
But when it comes to manga, sometimes you'll get a Dragon Ball, then you'll get a Boku no Pico. But Boku no Pico is its own thing. I don't have to go to Dragon Ball to realize it's connected to that, you know? I don't have to see a writer deal with the repercussions of a day after when he sold his marriage to Mary Jane to fucking Mephisto and everything after that. I don't have to see a writer have to come to grips with that after a series.
Spider-Man suffers a lot. Please stop making Spider-Man suffer.
No, but my whole point is this: I don't have to watch a writer do that when it comes to Dragon Ball.
Spider-Man suffers. Spider-Man fucking suffers, dude.
Yeah.
No. You know what's funny?
What?
There was a comic that was one of those Into the Spider-Verse comics. All those other Spider-Men, and all the other Spider-Man played a prank on a new Spider-Man who came in. And he's like, "Oh yeah, my uncle's dead," and they're like, "Your uncle died?" Oh no, my uncle's happy well. And they all started.
They all started saying good stuff, but none of it happened.
And then he was like, "Is that true? Is everyone else's Uncle Ben alive?" He's like, "No, man, everybody's Uncle Ben dies." He's
Everyone's Uncle Ben died.
But that's my point. Is I don't have to. The writer for the series after the writer for the series after that one, the one who takes up the mantle for Spider-Man after that, doesn't have to talk about that stuff and has to continue from that. But usually, if it's
Morales or Spider-Gwen,
that depends. Whatever happens, you have to write off what the other person wrote beforehand. So you already have someone already has the beginning set for you. You just have to write a new ending for it. But when it comes to something like Dragon Ball, you have to go from the ending as well. But you go from something from Dragon Ball Z to GT, and then if you need to, they'll just decanonize GT and then go to Super. For Marvel Comics, they don't do that unless they basically delete the universe, basically.
I think if they had DC, because they did that.
Yeah, DC does this a lot. You'll get something like Flashpoint, then you'll get Rebirth, and then you'll get another one after it. They'll just keep resetting the universe constantly. But that's the thing, you don't get changes like that unless they just, you don't get a fresh start unless they just literally delete the universe. With Dragon Ball, you can just go okay, that didn't happen, but now this new series happens. And plus, that's very rare. You don't always get a Dragon Ball style thing. Most of the time, you go from a Demon Slayer to an Attack on Titan, and then from Attack on Titan to another series and all this stuff. And sometimes you'll have prequel series talking about characters, but that's only if the anime is usually big enough. But then again, that's about it. You don't usually get more to it half the time. It's usually a one and done, and I kind of like that because it forces them to write new stuff. Toriyama, he wrote Dragon Ball, but he also wrote several other mangas. There's this one about rest in peace, by the way, best fucking literally the best in my opinion. But He wrote several stories besides that. He wrote Chrono Trigger. He wrote lots of shit. You know, he didn't just write Dragon Ball.
He also made his own game series with Dragon Quest.
He did. Dragon Quest was great, but that's my point. Is it wasn't just one thing. He did multiple things. But that's my point. When it comes to like manga, I can go from one to another and it'd be completely different. And I don't have to read 4 other comics to realize what might have happened in here with this one cameo character. Or I don't have to read an Avengers comic. I don't have to read 4 other comics to understand it. I just read this one comic from beginning to end, and when it ends, I can say I have the full collection of this entire series. Pack it up, go to a new series. It doesn't mean I don't like the series. I mean, hell, I love fucking Full Metal Alchemist, and that's been over for a while. I still go back and rewatch it sometimes. Hey, dude.
Great series.
But yeah, that's my problem. Like, when it comes to Batman, I have to wonder, which arc am I going to read of Batman? Which, like, writer do I read of Batman? Which do I think did it better? Which ones do I skip over? I won't be able to ever own the full collection of Batman. You know?
True.
I can own the full collection of Demon Slayer. I can own the full collection of Full Metal Alchemist. I cannot own the full collection of Batman, period.
You know what's pretty funny, though?
What?
Even if they do end the main series, there's still a lot of ideas that they can go with.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since Fallout has been very popular. DC or Marvel can make their own universe like Fallout. And DC does have its own universe like Fallout.
I mean, Marvel does too. There's Old Man Logan.
True, but they both can do that.
True,
if they want to milk stuff.
The point about it is I just feel like they should end eventually. Because you can't keep going forever. You're not going to be popular forever. I mean, it's a wonder you guys have been around for 100 years, but, you know, it's the thing. My whole thing is just... The reason I like manga is because I can finally actually finish a series. And I can move on to something else. I'm not stuck reading the same character over and over, going through similar stuff. I already know his power sets. I already know who his other characters are probably going to be in here. I know this and I know that. But when it comes to like a new series altogether, I don't know these characters. They can grow on me. They can be bad, if in my opinion. I could put it down. I can hate it. But a lot of times I could go like, oh, I never thought about it. I like this character, you know? It's just... That's what kind of draws me more to manga than it does to comics. Especially when, like, comics are treated very differently nowadays. Like, comics, it's are just kind of treated as a way to get into the movie industry. Like, most of the writers for Marvel movies are usually people who worked on the comics. So nowadays, they're using the Marvel comics to try and get into the movies, and when they're in the movies, they don't care about the comics anymore.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be like that one time when you showed me on YouTube people sharing their ideas, and one of them was literally, "Hey, what if we turn all the Amazons into transvestites or some shit like that?"
What the what?
You don't remember?
What?
I have no idea what you were talking about.
Huh? Yeah, you were streaming. You not streaming, but you stream a video on comic books and how they're declining. And one of the persons suggested, like, what if we make them trans?
Oh, yes. So, what comic writers will do now is they have whiteboards and they have certain things that must happen in the comics, even if it doesn't fit the idea of the story, basically. So, like, you must have this type of thing. You must have this type of thing. You must have fucking son of a bitch. You must have that type of thing, you know? You can't write a story without having these things in it anymore, you know? That's what makes it kind of like... Oh crap. When it comes to manga, there's no whiteboard. There's no nothing of that. You know, you just write a story. You can't go too ham well because you still have to make it interesting and popular just so it can sell. But you're not forced to implement things literally probably that would go against the story itself, you know? But yeah. I think that's just my whole thing on that. But
yeah, that's
it's don't get me wrong.
What's
I
actually
love
tricky
comics.
is that sometimes Sorry, what were you saying?
I said, don't get me wrong, I love comics. I love them for basically as long as I've been alive. But I do have my problems with that.
All I can think of on why they keep doing the whole thing with comics or just keep continuing it is because it's a tried and true method, and they know people are going to keep trying to keep watching these same characters do the same stuff over and over again.
They are.
There's a high chance that if they bring in something from the first series of comics and they just redo it, that they're still going to bring in a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah, that's...
It limits creativity with that, though. You know, you're not gonna get it. So the thing is this. Eventually, you're gonna stop being hyped about Batman after a while. When it comes to...
But that doesn't mean about other people, though. That's the thing. That's how it keeps working.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I needed that.
So, gonna throw my 2 cents in here. This is basically similar to, like, Legend of Zelda. Different story, but the gameplay still follows its same formulaic loop.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna get tired. Eventually, that same formula is gonna be tiresome, and they want to make some. It's gonna get old. It's gonna get stale, and they're gonna be like, "Okay, the formula ain't working. What are we gonna change?"
Yeah, like let's be honest. Even with the Legend of Zelda, they still had to change the gameplay a little bit. Like they had to do a Breath of the Wild in order to reinvigorate that series. Basically, it's not like they're not prone to change. But it's one of those things they rest on their laurels until they have to. Like Metroid, I honestly think we do need another Metroid Prime, and I feel like it should implement stuff from like Doom, like it should have like kill animations, all that stuff like that, you know?
Let's see what Prime 4 has.
I really hope it's good. I think it's gonna be a Switch 2 launch title, and I really hope that's true.
I hope so. We'll see.
I really do too, because I love Metroid. I really hope it's good. But my whole thing is this: when it comes to at least the American comics, they just seem formulaic, while when it comes to like manga, it doesn't seem like there's a formula to making it, and usually it's like shonen, where it's like action, all this other, like it's genres, but it's not as fixated on things as possible. Like it's allowed to end, it's allowed to change, and it's allowed to end on a high note. Because usually if you end on a high note, you remember the series a lot longer than you do when you just don't end. Like the reason people remember Lord of the Rings is because it was good from beginning to end, and then you could stop reading it, and then you could come back when you want to read it again. And then
the reason why
finish
people love
it.
Lovecraft, because it also ends.
Yeah, it ends.
Or War of the Worlds.
Because it ends. Why you have Milk Bowl? Why do you not have Milk Bowl? I like the Milk Bowl. Mao.
Another good example would be Sword Art Online. Like, I
feel like that series gone too long.
Like, it should have ended with
mid-season.
The end with the
it should
whatever
it should have
that name was called again.
It should have ended in Alfheim.
They kept it going with Gun Gale, and I'm just like,
okay, the thing is, I like the
was good. Why do you continue it?
I like the concept of Gun Gale, but it should have been an entirely different series besides Sword Art Online. Like, I feel like if you had like a game, like have it set, you could probably even set it in the same universe as Sword Art Online, but have it to where like you're a detective, like have it be a detective looking into a string of murders throughout the game would be a lot more interesting. Wow. But yeah, that's my whole thing. Is good spin-off though. Like Gun Gale is like the best spin-off potential I have ever seen in a series, wasted so hard.
Yes, I thought it was a spin-off.
It's not.
I didn't know it was a continuation.
It's literally just an arc of the story, and I'm like, can we please just get a spin-off of this shit, please? Also, I would kill for a Gun Gale Online, actually. I would kill for an actual good Gun Gale Online MMO style game. Because I feel like that'd be bitchin' cool.
It sounds fun as hell if it is executed properly.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be great if it was executed properly.
With the guillotine.
What did you just? We're
What'd
not.
you say?
Why are we executing people on a guillotine?
You said executed properly. I'm like, yes, the guillotine. The proper execution.
Well,
God,
he's not wrong.
The French Revolution's come back this soon? Holy shit.
You know they only stopped using the guillotine recently.
Called SEO Fatal Bullet. Oh, yeah.
It was only a couple years ago they stopped using the guillotine.
Wait, there's a... Wait. The game not bad. Oh, that's fair. I guess that's fair, but I meant like an actual, like, MMO, you know? Put it up here.
The only game that I remember that kind of is like a MMORPG that's also a shooter was Defiance.
I swear to God, Defiance was pretty good, and then they decided to tie it in with a TV show, which was dumb.
This weirdo's wrench.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a legit spin-off. There's a legit spin-off of Gun Gale Online, and it's pretty good. I'll have to look into it later because I didn't know that. I might have to look into it.
So, back to your game idea, I feel like that this would be if it were to be made a game, it would have to be held off until way later, because I know someone's going to try to implement way too much technology, and either the project's not going to come out, or it's going to be way too buggy even months after release.
I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, when it comes to games, you should start off slow, if that makes sense. Like, let's be honest, you don't get to an Elden Ring without getting through Dark Souls first. You know? Yeah. You build up to that shit. You don't just go for it full ham, full bar, one time, let's go. It's not like it's impossible to do so, but you're gambling way too much at that point to where it's unrealistic. Like, if I'm making a game, so the thing is, if I was ever in charge of a video game, there is one type of game I've been wanting to make or wanted to see made forever, and that is like a game like Battlefront 3, the alpha that was closed, that was never released. A space-to-ground combat, third-person / first-person style shooter that's basically just Battlefield but with spaceships. That you could just go from space to ground it. That's literally the only game I've ever wanted. And honestly, if I was going to release it, I would basically put, like... I wouldn't make a full-on campaign. I'd basically just make, like, a summary of it, release online, and then keep adding maps to it and add mod support. That's literally all I would do. I would keep it simple, keep it easy to do, and that's it. Sell it at like a decent price, and I'm pretty sure it'd be a success. And for the sequel, I'd add like a decent style campaign, and then for the sequel after that, I'd go above and beyond. But I start out slow before you just jump full head into like the shark's den. Like, build up to it. And it's not like you can't learn stuff, but...
typical RPG style. So pretty much like a typical RPG. You start off fighting slimes and mushrooms, then you go to the eldritch monstrosities.
The reason I say start off like that is because, let's take From Software. They start off making mech games. Then they go and make Dark Souls. They make Dark Souls 2. Then they make Dark Souls 3. Then they make... they make Bloodborne. Then they make Dark Souls 3. And then after Dark Souls 3, they make Sekiro, which is a big departure. They have stealth, they have, instant killing animations, and it's not an RPG at that point. It's more of a rhythm game at that point.
What'd you say, dear?
Oh yeah, Demon Souls. Yeah, they have Demon Souls, then Dark Souls. Sorry, that's my bad.
But the Demon Souls again.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good from what I've heard.
But the thing is, they didn't introduce any stealth mechanics until Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. But they also didn't introduce aggression as much until fucking Bloodborne. And then they took the aggression and the stealth mechanics they learned from doing 2 different games and then put them into Elden Ring. Because you could be stealthy in Elden Ring. It's not like you could be stealthy the entire time, but there are some stealth elements you can do in that. And from Elden Ring, they learned a bunch of shit. Before Demon Souls, Dark Souls, there was a Tenchu they made, which was a PlayStation exclusive in the 90s and early 2000s. I have no recollection of this. Because I'm gonna be honest, I played the Armored Core series of them. That was what I mostly knew them for, was Armored Core. It was a stealth ninja game, and Sekiro was built as a Tenchu game, but
I
became its own thing. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I never knew Tenchu, in my opinion. All I knew was Sekiro and all this other stuff. But then again, I also grew up with Armored Core. Like I grew up with Raven.
Tenchu was like a very heavy stealth game.
Yeah. But the thing is, they learn from it. Like they do a side game that isn't connected to any of their like known franchises. They don't go all out with the side game, but they make the side game good, introduce some new mechanics that they want to learn, and then take that mechanics they learned from doing a side game, put that into like a really big main title game like Elden Ring, and next thing you know, they just introduced so many more mechanics you never knew could fit together in one big game. They even introduced open worlds in it, so it's like, it's not like you can't build stuff up to it. I honestly think that's a better system because you're still working on stuff and keeping your expectations and what you can do to a minimum, so you're not destroying anything you could do. You have reasonable expectations for yourself. When it comes to a lot of games nowadays, they
backstab in Dark Souls 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay, just...
Yeah, you could backstab the entire series. But Elden Ring is a magnum opus of the From Software. That's my thing. It's a magnum opus, but you don't get that magnum opus without going through the rest of the games. They basically taught themselves this, that, and the other via those games. And honestly, I think that's more stable of a system than going full on out when it comes to like everything else. Because most game companies say they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to do this, and then they just take forever to code that because, well, it's going to take forever to do that because they don't want to take time to build up to it slowly. They just want to have what they have straight out the gate, straight up there. I could say this like Kojima when he was making Metal Gear Solid 5. The guy had so much he wanted to do, and it took so long to make. Like, we didn't even get the full package of Metal Gear Solid 5. We didn't get the base battles he wanted to have between, like, players. Like, have my soldiers be sent to your base to attack it, have your soldiers sent to my base to attack it, and actually, like, lose troops like that. That would have been so much cooler. But, yeah, it's a thing of... And when ambition becomes too big for games, I honestly think that's more dangerous to a game than anything else. Because when ambition outweighs what you can do with it, you're left with something half-fixed. It should temper your expectations with games, and then have plans for sequels if you really want to achieve what you want to achieve. And also, don't spend $169 million on it, and then not market it, basically. And that seems to be a Microsoft thing. They don't market their games.
Yeah.
Like, Hellblade is actually supposed to release this month.
There's a game called Hellblade?
Hellblade 2 is supposed to release this month. It's supposed to be like an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
It's,
you see how bad their
marketing. Yeah, they don't do it.
I don't even know that game fucking exists.
That's the thing. Like, when it comes to Xbox, they don't market shit well at all. When it comes to PlayStation, they market everything like the same. Like they market shit. You see billboards, you see buses, you see posters, videos, people talking about it.
But, kind of a side tangent, but what happened to the demo feature on like most of the stores? Because I know the 360 used to have a demo feature for a lot of the games if it supported it, where you could demo the game to see if you wanted to buy it.
I think it's slowly coming back because there's a lot of demos I've heard of recently.
Yeah, kind of coming back.
It's coming back recently. Because like Stellar Blade had a demo, and so did a few other games had demos. But usually nowadays, I think the demo was usually replaced by a beta. Nowadays, the demo is replaced by a beta, which is basically just what it's going to be at launch. So it's basically like a free-to-try type thing.
Yeah, that's usually the problem nowadays. Yeah, I can kind of understand it being like that, but they're usually but these betas are, well, three things. They're usually for like online stuff, like they want to test the online. B, it's usually either closed or open, so either a select few gets to try it out, or the entire fan base gets to try it out.
True.
And that's usually a coin flip in most cases. And C, it's time. Like, you play the beta for a certain amount of time, and you're like, okay, this game might be fun, might be cool, but you don't get to play it often.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to play. Some people won't be able to play the beta as often as they would like because of life. So that's usually why betas are a bit of a coin flip in many cases.
But my whole point is like the beta kind of replaced the demo because it was still a way to test the game out to see if you liked it or not. But now it's more of a time thing. But recently demos have been coming back with like Sterling Blade had a demo, a few other games had demos. It's like they're coming back in small amounts. It's not as much as they used to. They just kind of replaced it with betas.
Not much, but demos are definitely coming back. Like this one game I played, Fallen Aces, as a demo. Very fun game.
Yeah, it's not like they're not coming back. It's just they're not as prevalent as they used to be.
It also depends on who's making it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to Sony, you can usually expect a semi-decent product. But the problem I have with Sony is that they're generic at this point. Everything they make is third-person action-based adventure game, or some with stealth elements, some with guns, some with just swords. You know, it's like it's usually a story game of some point. They basically make movie games. While Microsoft, I would say, has more variety in what they make. They have like Forza, they have like Starfield.
Halo.
Even though if you don't like Starfield, they have Halo, they have Starfield. They have Hellblade, which is technically a third-person action base again. So I would say the problem with Xbox is they don't market their stuff, while also having a decently bad relationship with Game Pass in a weird way. Game Pass is kind of fucking them over right now. Like, it's not like Game Pass isn't a bad service, but having all your stuff, like especially your new titles day one on there, well, drives people subscribing to it, kind of fucks over that game's revenue a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So it'd probably be better if you didn't have the new ones come out day and date on it.
Maybe some of the older ones would be better.
You could have a lot of the older games on there. It'd be a whole thing. But that's my thing. It's like, it's just both companies suck in one way or another.
Yeah.
Opinion on the Kendrick and the Drake controversy. Let's be honest. I didn't really. I'm not gonna be honest. I don't really look into that stuff. I'm not a big into rap, but all I heard is Kendrick was kicking the shit out of Drake. Apparently,
I'm not a big fan of rap.
I don't know too much about the beef itself, but I heard Kendrick was kicking the shit out of Drake.
Someone's kicking the shit out of someone.
The problem isn't that that isn't Japan Sony. That's US Sony. Fair point, but the problem is they're both Sony.
They're both
also,
Sony.
Thank you for the posture check. Like, they're both Sony.
But yeah,
and I know there's
like
different
night and day, really, if you think about it. Microsoft, good variety of games, shit marketing.
Or until
Sony, good
Sony
marketing,
can have variety.
lacking variety of games.
Maybe games really should be stuck to like Detroit Become Human or Until Dawn. I would agree, but the problem is you can clearly see what Sony makes, and what they make is third-person action-based adventure games with either guns, stealth elements, or melee combat.
That's what they're good at.
That's what they do. But the thing is, that makes it very predictable. It's like Nintendo. Even Nintendo styles like Splatoon. They have Pokemon. They have all this other stuff. Like even Nintendo styles more variety.
They do get stale sometimes. Like Pokemon has gotten stale.
I'm not saying they don't, but that's still more variety than PlayStation at this point. PlayStation hasn't even had a first-person shooter they've made. Like I missed the Killzone franchise. Can I have a new one? Like, Killzone's basically gone. They replaced it for Horizon Forbidden West and Horizon series entirely. And I'm like, can I please have, like, a Killzone, please? That'd be great.
No.
But, like, that's my problem. So when it comes to Sony, they don't... They have a formula they stick to. When it comes to Microsoft and Nintendo, they have a decent amount more variety than I'd say PlayStation does. Those are movie games, and those are not all bad. Sony has made games like this for years, but I don't know. I'm not. No, the thing is, I loved God of War. I loved fucking Uncharted. I loved fucking like Spider-Man. I love all of that shit. I'm not saying they're bad.
They're not bad.
But you
it's
can't
just,
say they don't
pattern.
have.
You can just see the pattern.
You can see Ghost of Tsushima. You can see God of War. You can see fucking all of that stuff, and you can clearly see a pattern. When it comes to Xbox, you don't really see a pattern. When it comes to Nintendo, you don't see a pattern. When it comes to PlayStation, they have a pattern about what they release, and that seems to be all that they do. When they used to release, like, they had PlayStation All-Stars, they had fucking Little Big Planet. They don't even make Little Big Planets anymore, to my knowledge.
Big Planet's gone.
Yeah, didn't they say that the servers would have been like temporary offline? They would bring them back online. Then they said, no, we're shutting them down permanently.
Pretty sure. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like they haven't made this game before. I mean, the hell, they were making Last of Us and fucking Uncharted games back during the PlayStation 3 era. I'm not saying they've never done this before, but it went from having stuff like, you know, Uncharted, Last of Us to, and you know, like they had Killzone back during that time. They had Little Big Planet. They had
Medieval.
They had Medieval. They had a lot of stuff going for them that wasn't just, you know, stuff like, you know, like they had stuff like, you know, Killzone. They had a lot of stuff besides just, you know, Last of Us 2 and Uncharted style games. But now it just seems they do only that style stuff. And I'm like, I miss the days when the last Killzone we had was like PlayStation 4, and I'm like, can I please get a new Killzone game?
I do miss Medieval.
Yeah. Naughty Dog, the writer or the rights to Last of Us, it's their cash cow. I know it's their cash cow, but even then,
no, it's their cash cow. They won multiple fucking awards. I'm pretty sure they paid off the award.
Also, they also decided just not to release the multiplayer, even though they said there was gonna be a multiplayer. So it's like there's no, sadly, Killzone sadly might not have a leg since Shadowfall. Yeah, I get it. Like, fair, but then again, they might have more of a leg with a Killzone game than they do for Horizon, considering Horizon. I feel bad for Horizon because every single time they release a Horizon game, the game that comes after it kills it.
Yeah.
Because a week after Horizon Zero Dawn releases, Breath of the Wild comes out, and it kills the game basically because Breath of the Wild came out and it's Breath of the Wild. I think it was like 2 weeks after Forbidden West comes out, fucking Elden Ring comes out, and it fucking bodies the game, and the devs
body slams the game.
It comes out, it kills the game so bad, and fucking.
Funny thing is, it's made by the same company.
It's made by the same company. The worst part is Elden Ring kills the game so bad that the devs actually get mad at fucking the devs for Elden Ring for making it as good as it did. They actually start criticizing it, which actually it makes me think less of them because they did that. It's like, dude, you should just have a better release.
Fire will not be tolerated.
No, just have a better release schedule, dude. If you're gonna go up against something like Elden Ring, just don't do it. You're gonna lose. It's a FromSoft game.
It's like
those
releasing
things
a movie
miss.
and the next thing in comes out.
Yeah, it's like Horizon has a curse. I'm gonna be honest. They'd probably have more luck releasing a new Killzone game than they would have releasing a new Horizon game. I'm gonna be honest.
Because at least people will be excited for Killzone.
Pissed, but the release date is your fault. I know it's Sony's fault mostly. I'm not saying it's like 100% under their control. But even Sony has to realize that if they want to make... Plus, Sony's been wanting live services. They should actually do a Killzone if they want that. I feel like
it could be a multiplayer thing.
Because I can't tell you how much money apparently fucking Sony has apparently lost via abandonware, considering they had Bungie come in to like help them make live service games, and they end up canceling like 7 or 6 of these things. They canceled a lot of games recently, apparently. Like, they canceled the Naughty Dog multiplayer fucking Last of Us game. They canceled several other, like, live service games, apparently. I mean, hell, I honestly think if Marathon doesn't give any sort of money, or doesn't make any money, I'm gonna be honest, I think Bungie will be shut down. Just because they won't be able to be profitable. They're struggling as it is.
Yeah, I mean, they still got this thing too.
Problem is, if Killzone becomes a live service, by now they will pull scummy shit like Helldivers 2 and PSN account linking. True, but then again, the industry and the way I see it's going down is it's going to be very bad very quickly. The way I see
a lot
it
of
is
people are still upset that Ghost of Tsushima is still getting the PSN thing.
The multiplayer is. The way I see it, Dip, is when it comes to the console industry, or at least the gaming industry, AAA devs like Microsoft and PlayStation, I think Nintendo will be alright. They'll still be scummy, but they'll be alright.
Nintendo will be okay.
Because Sony's gonna
make their own,
up
they make
the
their
way
own
they...
things, and they got their own consoles.
I understand. The whole thing is, Nintendo is gonna be fine, but when it comes to Sony and Microsoft...
Yeah, they're definitely gonna probably go under.
I think if they don't change course in how they do stuff, especially how they make games, I think it's the core problem. Because when you have so much money on these games and have such a big staff, like 9,000 people working on this stuff, well, let's be honest. If you have one bad game and it takes like 3, 4, 5 years to make another one, you're not going to be able to pay all those employees for another 5 years.
Yeah, a lot of layoffs, and then a lot of layoffs equals no
and
more
this
business.
isn't me justifying laying off. I feel like if you fuck up that bad, you should at least take a pay cut to make sure you can get the next game out. But the problem is eventually the cash has to come from somewhere. And honestly, I respect the Nintendo guys, because the Nintendo guys actually took pay cuts to have their employees stay on, because they know their employees are what makes their games great. But the problem is the money has to come from something when you take a hit. And Sony and Microsoft right now seem to be so avoiding taking any hit, they're willing to lay off entire dev teams in order to avoid taking somewhat of a hit.
Speaking of places that are getting hit, WB,
yeah,
Disney, we're looking at you too. You're taking big hits too. You're going to go under too.
I should say single player game. Nintendo's fine. You can't kill me easy. But Microsoft is doing that to their Xbox brand very quickly. 100% sure. I think Xbox is probably the first one to go. Maybe. It depends.
Depends on how things go.
It depends on how things go. Sony definitely is going next, though. Like Sony, how I think it would go right now, I was looking right now, is Microsoft will go, then Sony will go. And I don't think they're going to shutter these companies completely. What I think is, at best, they'll be reduced back to indie style devs. Because it'll just be too non-profitable. They'll be spending millions of dollars, and it's not like EA hasn't had this. I think EA may go first. Like, let's put it this way. EA, people would talk about Disney buying EA, and I'm like, that could happen for one reason. EA spent $169 million for a game that died within a month. And let's be honest, are you excited about any EA game coming out? Because I'm not.
No.
I don't hear anyone talking about it.
All I know EA4 is their multitude of sports games that...
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know how many people are going to be mad at me for this, but it's literally the same thing, just with a different number at the end.
Well, there's also Dead Space and Battlefront.
So, like, I also see...
Oh yeah, and Command & Conquer.
So yeah, but my also thing is, I honestly see, after they screwed up with fucking re-releasing the Battlefront 2, after recently re-releasing the Battlefront 2s, I feel bad because I was excited for that collection. I actually bought it, and I still have it. And I'm sad about it. But my whole
thing... You fuck up a game that's been out already.
Only EA. Only Disney could do that. My whole thing with it, though, is way I see consoles and the console manufacturers like Sony and Microsoft. I think by the time it's to the next generation, especially if what Xbox is planning on doing for the next generation, most people will be PC gaming by the time that happens. And I'm not saying this as a PC elitist. I'm saying this because Xbox's plans for the next console is to literally have Steam integrated into it. And along with
And
the
it might
Epic
be
Store.
cheaper just to get someone else an Xbox to do that.
And it'd be cheaper to get someone like a mid-tier style Xbox. Like if the Xbox basically functions as a Windows computer for the next one, why would I tell my friend to go buy a PlayStation if all it does is run the exclusive or have PC at that point? Like if
the funny thing is that like a lot of the people I know that own consoles like a PlayStation or Xbox already just mostly play on PC and just have the console for just in case or something.
I'm the same way. I have a Switch, but I mostly play on PC.
Yeah, I have a Switch because I like playing Mario Kart, but I mostly play all of my stuff on PC. I don't usually use my Switch that much. I mean, I use my Switch, but I don't use it as much as I did. I've left it and came back to his shirt off. I know, right? I'm sorry. Think of it as a reward. You came back. Hello. Hello. How's it going?
Sai's just happy to see you.
I am just happy to see you, I'm gonna be honest. Ain't shit. Exclusives
Yeah,
is better to get on a handheld PC, which is better. My thing is this. Like, I will agree with that one. But my point is this. The reason people have consoles right now are usually just because of exclusives. And since exclusives have started dying, because Xbox basically brought all their stuff day and date to PC. PlayStation has been very reluctant to do that, but
And
they're
Nintendo
still
is
bringing
not
them
doing that at
over.
all.
Nintendo's not doing that big. No, the reason Nintendo isn't doing that, in my opinion, is because they cornered a market no one was ever thinking of. They cornered a home console market that was also portable, which no one ever thought of. And they cornered it because they were the first ones to do it. They basically had a monopoly until the Steam Deck came out. But the thing with the Steam Deck is, Steam Deck has the power. The thing is, no, the Steam Deck has the power. It doesn't have the marketing. Switch has the marketing, but doesn't have the power. If they come out with a Switch 2 that has the power and the marketing, they win again. Which means the Steam Deck will have to do it. So they're competition right now. It's not like it's a monopoly, you know. Nintendo doesn't have a monopoly on portable gaming, but they do have a really strong presence in that. But that's why they're fine. They're like one of the big three because Microsoft isn't going into portable gaming. Fucking Sony's not going into portable gaming. What? I can't go for more than 3
Not going into portable gaming anymore. They tried to put the PlayStation Portable and Vita.
You cannot convince me the Portal was an actual try at that point. No. You cannot convince me the PlayStation Portal was an actual attempt at actually having a portable console. At that point, they just wanted people to shut up about making it a PlayStation Portable too.
PlayStation Vita was a better portable.
They did. I honestly think they used the PlayStation Portal as a literal just shut up, we gave you something portable, now shut up. That's literally what they did. It is fucking bullshit. It's a waste of a product, and whoever thought that was a great idea needs to be fired.
You gotta be near a PlayStation to play it. What's the point of it?
What's the point? There is no point to it. It's literally a useless tin can.
With the Steam Deck, you don't even need to be near your PC. You can be fucking anywhere.
It's the Wii U again, except that you don't need the gamepad for to use the console.
The thing is, when it
the
came to
Switch is that too, but it's also good because you can play fucking Nintendo games on.
Yeah, honestly, fucking the PlayStation Portable, the PlayStation Portal was actually worse than the Wii U, in my opinion.
They should have just made the PSP Vista too.
They should have just done that, but I think the thing is, PlayStation never wanted to go back into the mobile market, but everyone kept asking and pestering them about it, so they're like, fuck you, we made this, now shut up. I think that's what they did. And from how PlayStation usually treats its customers, and how they don't really like to change their mind on a lot of stuff until you do something like a Helldivers to them, which I think the only reason they actually pulled back on that is because they actually got a lot of hate. Let's be honest. PlayStation doesn't get much hate, if that makes sense. Like, they don't get hate when it comes to a lot of their stuff, mostly because they make decently good games and everyone shuts up because, well, they're just another console. They charge for online, they do all this. But that's it. They don't really do much other than that. They give you a console, they runs your games, they make some decent games, so you're just kind of like, okay, that's fine. That's about it. That's all they do.
Speaking of big companies losing a lot
Because
of
they
money,
still ban
Warner
games
Brothers and
from those
Warner
countries
Brothers and
too.
Disney are
Oh
losing
yeah,
a lot
no,
of
they're still scummy as shit. I fully agree. They're still scummy. God damn it! What the hell, man?
Yeah, kinda had to since I finally have the points too.
I fucking hate you. Why would you do this shit, motherfucker? But no, I fully agree. But the whole point about what I'm trying to get at is, in my opinion, I would say Sony has a better product right now, but they have a worse community because their community is really toxic.
Toxic, bro. If I put my hand in there, my hand fucking melts.
Yeah. I'd say Xbox has the less working thing, but the community is basically not as bad as it used to be.
They're ravenous, yeah.
Yeah, they're not as ravenous as they used to be. But I will say, the Nintendo fans, they're worse. They're the worst.
Really?
The
How so?
So, the thing about it is a PlayStation fan, if they're really hardcore into PlayStation, will complain about... Well, they will complain about exclusives going to PC, and they'll complain about that constantly. A PlayStation, a fucking Nintendo fan who's like super into Nintendo will deny reality itself and say PC and all these other games are just shoo-ins and Nintendo's the best. They would literally deny reality itself.
Wow. So they deny everything around them, okay.
Yeah. The thing about them is the Nintendo ones are just very rare. They're just very rare. They rarely ever do that. But they do it occasionally. And they're just more delusional than anything else. But no, I just fucking... When it comes to that shit, that's what I think of the whole situation. But honestly, I have a few things I need to do tomorrow, so I actually may be raiding out right now, actually. So the question is, who do we raid? Let's see.
Sandoval's recording.
Fucking Ella's actually doing Helldivers again. Let's go raid Ella. She's doing Helldivers again.
Yeah, that works.
Fucking, if it let me raid, why will you not let me raid? I want to raid. Everybody. I want to raid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, same dip. I barely see a Nintendo fanboy either.
The thing is, they're rare. They're rare, but they exist. This is what I would say. Rare, but exist.
It's like a chupacabra.
I almost never see. You almost never see them, but when you see them, they're ravenous. But with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow when we have hot takes. I will be bringing up a lot of topics. Thank you guys for helping me on Monday to actually come up. Well, it's like Tuesday. Thank you guys for helping me on Tuesday to come up with the topics. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys next time. Please follow me if this is your first time here. I'd love to see you guys more often. With that being said, please go enjoy Ella. She's playing fucking Helldivers and say the Imp said hi. Bye.
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 Boy.
See ya.
I don't think you rated out.